Eventually, it'll just be
It
the
is?
roof.
Hold up, wait a minute. What the hell?
We can barely see your chin,
Wait a minute, wait a
your
minute.
forehead, and your eyes. Yeah.
I don't know how that's happened. Hold up. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
guys. Hey,
Let me just do a bit of alterations here.
Hey.
There you go. Look at that. Is that better? You want to see the whole of me?
I wanted to see
got
your
the whole of me.
chest. Your manly man chest.
Hey guys, welcome to
Look
my
at these moves, man. This is what you're wanting to see, man. Big
Hey,
moves.
everybody, welcome to the Veteran Gamers.
Everyone wants to see my moves.
Hey, welcome to the Veteran Gamers.
Just saying. I can't blame you. I've got some sexy man boobs going on right here. That's what you want to look at. Yes. What?
Right.
I'm liking it. I like it. I like what I see.
It's called
I'll be honest, Chinny.
framing.
Half your face is better than your whole face, if I'm being totally honest.
Well, that's just me. If
If
we're just going to
Alright, are
be
we
mean
ready
to
to
each
go?
other, call that a fucking beard.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's getting quite bushy,
Yourself.
actually. I haven't actually shaved it for a bit.
What, your neck is?
Are we ready to start?
Everything's getting bushy. I've got a big bush.
Oh, I don't
just
know
saying.
about that. I bet your
I'm just gonna
pubes.
say. I've got a big bush. I got a big bush, and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
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 And that's how you kill the
I
conversation.
know. Sorry.
Kill the vibe. Bitch, don't kill
killed
my
it.
vibe.
I killed it.
Are we ready to start?
Social dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't say anything about K, or I might come round there and slap you. Just saying.
Well,
Has it only been a week?
That was this week. That was this
I
week.
saw a thing on Reddit where it says, "Keep my Wi-Fi's name out your fucking mouth," and it was the name of somebody's Wi-Fi. So I thought it was very good.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, I don't know.
Chinny?
I'm already.
All right, I'm starting it.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Here we go, people. Come on. Let's do it. Yeah.
Welcome, yo, to the Veteran Gamers.
I'm a potato.
Fellas will tell you about every single game that we playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick.
How
Stu
do you
story time
know?
and Chinny's Game Breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
I like the beats and shouting.
Veteran Gamers.
I like the beats and shouting.
Veteran Gamers.
I like the beats and shouting. I like the beats and shouting.
Yourself.
Okay, like I was saying before I was rudely
Switch
interrupted.
that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Pork chop sandwiches! Pork chop sandwiches! Pork chop sandwiches!
Very proud of you. That's very nice.
Hello and welcome to episode 639 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 639. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Skinny.
Skinny
And I
Chinny.
got a pillow. Hey, look
Ooh.
at
A
that.
whatto?
Yeah.
We got a Simpsons
A
pillow.
student got me this. Yeah, Simpsons pillow.
It looks
Pretty
good
fancy
quality.
looking. It's
It
very
does.
good quality.
That
And I
looks
said,
good.
wow, where'd you get that? He said, I won it from a crooked carny.
Nice.
I was like, well, I'll pay you back. He's like, no, you're good.
No,
I was
don't
like,
worry.
wow, thank you so much.
You
Because
assumed
anytime
I
any
paid
students
for
go
it.
anywhere,
What's
I
on the
always
other
say,
side of
like,
the pillow?
yellow. It's just
Let's
yellow.
see. Let's see.
But I
I'm
always say
liking
to
it.
the students, if you go somewhere, I'll pay you back if you bring me a bookmark. I've never had anybody, I've had people bring me bookmarks, but only this year has anybody ever said, here's how much you owe me. Because she got me a leather bookmark that was $10. And I was like, God damn, I don't blame you for
Wow.
not wanting to eat that cost. Usually they'll get me a $2 bookmark from the bookstore, which is made out of like cardboard
Damn.
or whatever. But this one was leather. I didn't bring it home because I don't want, whatever. But I did get this lovely Simpsons pillow. So if I doze off, it's because I'm sleeping on this lovely little
Because you
pillow.
got your pillow for your head to rest on. Look at
Yeah.
it. Look at it. So cute.
So I've shown that off.
So you're
And
rubbing
then-
Marge against your face there, I can see.
Yeah, well, Marge and Homer and
Yeah.
I guess there's a double meaning for that over there because Marge also means
No.
margarine, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of Britishisms, I got this book recently that they were going to throw away. Oh, thanks for cutting off the video feed.
Good.
No, hold on. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back.
Bring it back. Come on, bring it back.
Yeah, it is called British English A to Z. And what I thought I would do is occasionally throughout the show, let's see if Stu and Chinny know their own language. I
Wow.
will open it up to a random page,
Random.
read a word out and see if you know what it is, if it's actually a Britishism or if it's just something they put in the book to try to sell books.
So where did
Alright,
this
you ready?
come from, by the way? Where did you get it?
That I don't know any of them.
It came from, there was a book, a shelf of books that an English teacher who's leaving was giving away. So,
Yeah, interesting.
yeah. All right, so here's the first one. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
The word
let's do it.
is jiggery pokery.
Oh, that's when
jiggery
oh,
pokery.
jiggery, when you do something that's a bit iffy, a bit of jiggery pokery.
Like, no, I think it's like. Oh right, okay.
It's a bit iffy. It's a bit jiggery pokery. What are you up to
It
there?
says here, hanky panky.
Yeah,
That's
bit of
sex.
iffiness.
There's more exciting quizzes like that coming up.
I didn't
people.
know
There's
hanky.
more-
I wouldn't say a bit of jiggery pokery was hanky panky, but maybe it is.
Well, that's what the book says. Are
Bit
you
of
going to argue
jiggery
with Norman
pokery.
W. Shore?
I thought it would have been like, you know, like something doesn't work or you need to.
Yeah, you're
like,
fiddling
you
with
gotta,
it, are you?
You got to
Bit of
fucking
Hey,
jiggery
Hey,
pokery.
I think actually Chinny's right. It is a bit of jiggery pokery. That.
all right. Are you ready? The next one is
Oh, go on then.
shufty.
A shufty.
Now,
Have a shufty. We'll have a look at it. We'll do it. Have a shufty.
Yes.
Have a go.
It's slang for gander or look-see.
Yeah.
This word of Arabic origin, with its variant shufti, is often used as a verb in the imperative. Shufti as in look. Originally military stuff, but soldiers take their special slang with them whenever they re-enter civilian life, and it passes into general speech.
I think this is
So
just
there you go.
the book of the North.
Book of the North. Have a shufty.
This book is the
Have you ever
dog's
heard of
bollocks.
shufty? Have you ever
No,
heard of that,
no,
Chin?
we don't say shufty around here.
Have you not had a shufty at
Ooh, we got the regionalisms. How about that?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
Anyway,
well, there's more of those
that's-
coming up later in the book,
there is.
people. So check that
So,
out. Yeah.
We say, "Fuck off, you big twats." That's what we
yeah,
say.
you big
right?
twat. Twat sandwich. That's what you are.
Sure.
Anyway, Duke, we need to have words.
Did I get you with my
Oh, did you
April
balls,
Fool's
you
jokes?
stupid April Fool's joke.
No.
Good God, like you'd have to do
veteran
better
looks-
than that.
Whatever.
Jesus
I
Christ.
had like 20 tweets. For those who don't know, I went nuts. I decided on April Fool's. First of all, you have to understand. Okay. First of all, I can't get the Duchess anymore. As soon as I wake up, she's like, oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. It's on April 1st. She's just like, nope, nothing happening. I don't care what you say. At some point, I'm going to have like a tree fall on my legs on the 1st of April some year. And I'll be going, help, my legs. And she'll go, nope, it's bullshit. You're not actually
I'm right in
hurt. I
front
don't
of
wanna
you,
hear it."
Diane. You can see
Yeah,
that my legs.
the
have been
tree
severed
is
off.
here.
That could be CGI.
All right, it's a fake tree. He rigged it up.
can I
I don't know
just
how you did
say-
it, but
How long
I'm
Duke's
falling
telling
for
the
it.
story?
Well, I was just going to say before he carries on.
I mean, to be fair, Chinny, I don't take. Stu doesn't ever tell stories that are very
No,
long,
it's
so
not.
it's not fair for
Look,
me to tell a long story.
Look, Duke's finest April Fool's wasn't even on April Fool's Day.
well,
let's
right,
remember.
that's the thing. I learned my lesson at least to only keep it on the 1st of April. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, however, first of all, the students don't know me as well because they've only known me for a year. The ones who know me the most. So every day I show them a literary birthday slide. I make a slide of whoever's birthday it is that, had whichever author had a birthday recently. So it was Marge Piercy's birthday on the 31st of March, for instance. She wrote Woman on the Edge of Time. She's a great writer. So what I did for the 1st of April was I made a slide with Kim Kardashian on it. And it's not her birthday on the 1st of April. So there's that. She did write, this was not a lie, she did write a book with her sisters, apparently, called Dollhouse, which is this semi-autobiographical novel about a bunch of
my God. I dread
idiots
to
who
think.
become famous.
I
I know,
dread to
right?
think.
I can't imagine actually reading that crap. Nobody probably actually read it. They didn't write it. It was ghostwriters, I'm sure. But anyway, so here's the point. But I also added on the slide, I found a book about women in Uzbekistan, and I took the author's name off of it. And I put Kim Kardashian on it.
Wow.
And then I put it on the slide. And I said, today's Kim's Kardashian birthday. And she wrote this book with her sisters. And then she wrote a book about women in Uzbekistan. And then I took a quote from James Baldwin, the writer, and I put that on the slide as well. 3 classes, actually 4 classes, over about 100 students probably. No one said anything about Kim Kardashian having written a book about women in Uzbekistan.
Good for her.
Wow, they just believed it.
I guess. And then I said I was on the first class. I have my prep period, first hour of the day. So this other teacher came to me and said, hey, you don't remember we have a meeting? So she came to get me for the meeting. I was like, oh, crap, I forgot. Thank you. So we went to the meeting. And as we were walking to the meeting, she's like, so how's your morning been? And right on the spot, I was like, okay, I got to try to prank her. And I said, Well, it was fine until my car burst into flames on my way in.
Wow.
And she was like, "Oh my God, that's horrible. What happened?" And I had to try to pull up a lie. And I was like, "Well, apparently there's these 2 quadrants in the front of the electrical car, and one of them is the front right, and one of them is front left. If it had happened in the front right, or if it happened in the front left, I would have been killed because that's where the battery is, and it could have really blown up and killed me. And fortunately, it was the front right. So after the fire went out, the instruction manual said, just keep driving it. And so I did, and it got me to school, but I got to take it into the dealer." And she's like, "Yeah, you better take it into the dealer."
Wow.
Yeah, my car burst into flames. And I
You
just
come
kept
up with
driving
some
it.
very unique April Fool's jokes.
That's one
don't
way
you?
to put it. Yeah.
Oh, well,
So-
April Fool's joke. I nearly got killed today. Wow.
Well, that's the thing, is that you'd think they'd go, "Wait a minute, that's April Fool's." But no, at no point. And then there were 3 other teachers at lunch, and I was like, people were like, "What are you going to do this weekend?" And I was like, "Take my car to the dealer." And the other teacher who had been going to the meeting with me was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." And the other teacher's like, "What? What is it?" And I told them the whole story. I thought one of them would get it. Nope. They're like, "Wow, that sounds really dangerous. Is there a recall for your car?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, there should be."
Do you want to go home
Burst into
today?
So anyway, there was that. And
That's
that
a
was
traumatic
fun.
event. Maybe you should see our school therapist.
I should really take it easy for the rest of the
Yeah,
day.
traumatic. Nearly
And then
dying.
I decided when I got home, I was like, okay, April Fool's now equals just lying about whatever. So on Twitter, I just went on Twitter and I just started making up all these lies.
How
And
many
it was-
did you do? I mean,
I think I did like
saw the
10 or
finally
so.
got VR thing, but obviously didn't read a word
So
of it.
for those who don't know, Stu last week was talking about this painting app on VR. So I went and found a screenshot of that, and I was like, "Hey, I think Stu finally convinced me to try VR. This is a cool app." And then I did a Google search for the final boss in Elden Ring, and then I posted that, and I was like, "I finally beat this bad boy."
You see,
And then
that would be
I had a
believable if you didn't just play Rocket League continuously.
Yeah, but that's not a lie.
No, it would,
No,
you said
anyway.
it would
No,
be
no, no,
believable
no.
if you didn't just play.
Oh, if I
you
did it.
were
Well, that's
just
the thing.
playing
Right.
Rocket
Of
League.
course. Because Antonio went and said, "Wow, really? What's Duke playing? Wait a minute." And then he put a screenshot of Duke Scav Rocket League. And it's like, okay, yeah, you got me. And I put, "Man, this game is awesome. What was I waiting for?" And I put a screenshot of Subnautica.
Of course you did.
Did I get you with that?
No, I didn't see that one.
Ah, man. And then I started like going deep, and I put like,
Oh,
I did a picture of someone with some chainsaws, and I was like, "Time to give the chainsaws a tune up." And then it was like,
What?
I invented octopus shampoo. And then I did a Google image search for a kangaroo, and there was some weird kangaroo that looks all buff, like muscular in the torso. And I took that and I tweeted it and I wrote, "I invented kangaroos." And then I
Wow.
did a search for plaid clothing, and I put, "Nobody ever wore plaid before I invented it." Yeah, that's it. That's the one, Chinny. Thank you. See,
Do you
Chinny
know
goes
what?
above and beyond for the visuals on this
You
program.
know what? I wonder what goes on in your mind half of the time.
A lot of
Duke, I
people do.
really
That's a
do.
very good
Meanwhile-
question.
I mean, wow.
Meanwhile, 4,000 miles away, I
Cow.
was like, "Oh yeah, it's April Fool's today,"
Oh God, what did you do?
and then
Dare I ask?
nothing.
Oh, is that it? Is that the end of the
That was
story?
the end of the story.
That's a
Wowzers.
good story.
I had to do a talk at the uni,
Yeah.
and I was
This
like
year or previous years?
like a true diva. I didn't watch anybody else talk, and I just turned up.
That is.
Because you had
the way you real diva like the flaws
people from like they had like this journalist there who had met like 5 prime ministers or whatever. I don't care. And then you had this other guy and like a games developer guy, and I'm rocking up going, "What is this thing? What is this thing?" yeah, go to uni. Bye. You know, like a proper
To be fair, right, the best April Fools are the ones that could be
April Fool's
believable.
bitches. That's what I said.
Believable.
Well, yeah, exactly.
One of the girls at work did a corker. She
Uh-huh.
she came into work.
Me boobs have fallen off.
went up to one of the other girls who worked there and went, "Oh my God, I've done something really stupid." And she's like, "What?" And she went, "Well, I were a bit pissed off, so I wrote my notice out.
I've had sex with a
And-
really buff kangaroo.
I wrote my notice out and I pushed it under the matron's door. And then I realized it was locked and I can't get it back now. And I've changed my mind and I haven't got another job to go to. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do."
Well,
And-
you know what I would do? I'd be like, "Sucks to be you.
Yeah. But obviously because it was kind of illegal, she totally believed me. She's like, oh my God, what you got to do? We'll have to figure out how to get in there and get it back for you and all this stuff.
That sounds a lot of your problem.
Yeah, but obviously she hadn't written it, so it wasn't real. It was April Fool's Day, of course. So
But that's
everything
my
was
response
fine.
to it. We're going, well, that
Well, if it
sounds
was
like
real.
a tricky situation for you.
For you, I'm not
gonna
even
make
getting
a
involved.
cup of tea,
And a biscuit. I'm going to dunk a
and I'm going to watch
digestive in
you
it.
reach for said letter under the door. Okay.
So this is one that I always like to
With
tell
some
my students about.
tweezers.
I don't know if it's actually used over there, but another Britishism according to this book.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Collywobbles.
Yeah, Collywobbles, that's mean when you go a bit like, ooh.
That's when you got hemorrhoids.
Yeah. You got the Collywobbles.
There you go. Yeah, I
Bit
like that.
freaked
It's a
out
good
by
term.
something. Freaked out.
Just sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, got the Collywobbles. That's a
Yeah.
good phrase.
So Rocket League had a April Fool's
Here we
prank,
go.
sort of. I mean, it doesn't really count. And by the way, we're well into story time, so I suppose we
My
ought to just go ahead
favorite
and-
time. It's story time.
Story time.
Their April Fool's prank was guy screaming in the stands, like for about half an hour, and I was playing. I was like, "What is that? Is that something in the mix that I'm listening to?"
That's pretty good.
No,
That was actually
but it was.
in the
It didn't
game
sound
while we
like
were
that.
playing.
It sounded like this. Come to the ball. What's wrong with that? And it's not too distinct. So when
Yeah.
you were playing, like you could kind of hear. And then someone would tell you, "What is that yelling?" And I was like, "Oh, I think it's an April Fool's thing from Psionics. Like it's just a guy in the stands
Yeah.
yelling."
That's
and someone
quite
was
good.
like,
I like that.
That's good.
"Go into the settings and turn audience down to 0, and it'll be fine." I was like,
Oh my God.
"Okay."
They did
was
try.
really weird.
Did you see, Chinny, that they tried to prank us with Tom Holland is going to be the next Doctor Who? We had that this week.
No.
Yeah, that was announced. Obviously, wasn't real. Of course, I didn't believe it for 1 second.
One that
Why
I
is
saw was these are the new games coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, we saw
And it
that.
was
That
like
was quite good.
Ratchet and Clank and
Yeah,
Last of Us
all the
2 and
Sony
all-
exclusives.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
I
That's pretty
saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a
didn't
good
happen.
one.
That was a prank.
That was good.
That was good.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Although I have to say, when you watch it,
Mm.
it was quite a stylized slap.
See,
I thought.
this is the thing where I'm saying about
He
it.
did it
'cause
for
I
the
s-
camera.
I saw
It wasn't
I s-
like
I-
if you're the
someone-
other just hit him.
someone made like a Street Fighter version of it, right? Which was really good, and they called it Oscar Fighter, right? And they made it look like Street Fighter. I was like, that's what's so good about it. Not only is it Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and he slapped him for like a joke that was pretty lame, really, and she's not fucking dying. She's got alopecia. I mean, I've had it twice. Will Smith can slap me if he wants, right? So, but it's the way he does it. It's like so like, douche. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, Chris Rock is so, it's great. The memes that have come out of that
You know what
are
I think?
fantastic.
I think this is not the first time Chris Rock's been smacked in the face for a joke that he did that didn't land well. So he can't be too shocked. And I mean, making fun of someone for a medical condition, it's pretty much out of bounds. Especially when he made a documentary film about black women's hair. You'd think he'd have a little more sensitivity than that, but nope.
Well,
I'm on Chris's side. I'm like, fucking no,
He
no,
didn't know.
she's not dying.
No, give me that shit. I don't want to hear
Fine.
that.
He didn't know.
Whatever.
Anyway, that's not
Anyway.
video games. Just
No, it
saying.
is not. So maybe we
Anyway,
should
I've
move
been playing
on.
Oscar Fighter this week.
Woohoo! And was it good?
Honestly, our family group chat has just been swapping memes from that whole Oscar thing. That's all it's been
Yeah.
all week.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
So,
Sorry.
I finished that Mass Effect.
Oh, finally.
Hey.
Mass Effect 2. You got to be a bit behind, man.
Nice.
That's like old news.
I finished that
Well,
shit.
for you it is, but not for Chinny. Why don't you shush and let him talk?
Shush.
Go ahead, Chinny. What stood
ahead,
out
go
to you
on,
most
go
about
on.
the end of
Should
it?
we talk? I mean, like this spoilers for Mass Effect.
We can
2?
talk spoilers. God Lord, it's
Yeah,
a
Mass
very
Effect
old
2. It
game.
only came out 17 years ago.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
right. That's right.
I need more water. I'll be right back.
This is my actual game on the screen, Stu. This is me.
This is you
Yeah, this
playing
is the
the
final
said
mission
game.
as well. This is, as well as anything else. Yeah, I mean, I'd sort of.
You are full on renegade. Look at the state of you, man. You're like some sort of red-eyed zombie.
I know, yeah. I do
That
think
is like-
that when the
that is
game
like,
finished,
You
when
have
the
done
game,
such bad shit there.
when the game finished, I found the thing in the doctor's surgery
Oh
going,
my
do you want to
God.
reset your face? I was like, yeah, I'll do it now. The game's finished.
I did. I'd just leave it. I mean, I've got
No.
a few because obviously I was a bit more renegade.
No, I'm like the fucking
But I
Terminator.
am not like the Terminator. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
now.
You have not done any Paragon stuff at all, have you?
I think I may have accidentally got like some Paragon points. but-
I accidentally didn't kill someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it.
yeah. I get mad if I get Paragon points. You know what I
Wowzers.
mean? I get pissed off.
So let me ask you a question. Did you do the full upgrade on the ship and all that stuff?
Sorry, I'm just distracted by Duke. Yes, I got everything. So I got everything. I got all the upgrades. I got all the loyalty missions. I got all the side
Yeah.
missions, all the DLC. I scanned all the
Yeah.
planets, all the
You're an
little side
idiot.
missions,
Yeah.
everything.
Wow,
Everything.
That
And
is
then I
just
did the suicide mission.
dedication.
I really don't remember that much about it. I remember the jump, which you do at the end. I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember it being very orange and red. That's what I remember about the suicide mission.
It's cool. I mean, the final cutscenes are
It
really,
is.
really well
It's
done.
the final cutscene.
It is absolutely fantastic.
It is an
Like,
amazing game, isn't
It's
it?
an amazing game. They have amazing missions in them. And what I love about the suicide mission is that, you know, you've got all these like elite soldiers on your team, on your squad, and every mission you only take 2 out of them, all right? But with the
Yeah.
suicide mission, all of them are out, all right? And they're all
Yeah.
doing stuff. And I'm like, I wish they had more missions like this where all of them are, and I know it's a nightmare to make, and I know it's hard, but like, because you've got all this crew, wouldn't that be cool if you had more missions where everybody was out doing stuff and you
Well,
could
you
split
spend a
up
lot
and-
of time recruiting people. You want them all to come along.
I just thought it was
Big
fantastic.
party missions.
I mean, maybe, you know, when they did like, I don't know, a follow-up game like Andromeda, that's what they should have done.
Yeah,
That would've
and,
been
and
great.
what I like about the suicide mission, it cock teases you constantly that somebody can die. Like, you know, for example, for me, I chose Garrus to be my. Because let me explain how the suicide missions works for people that cannot remember, like me. Is you
Or
go
never
into
played
the,
it. There might be people who never played Mass
or
Effect
never
2.
play it. You go into the Omega 4 relay, which is the suicide mission. Everybody that goes into that never comes
Never
back.
comes back. They never come
You
back.
go in, you realise quickly why. It's an absolute graveyard full of ships, and you're like, fuck me, what happened here? All right, and then all these robots start going for you. So then this is when all the upgrades for your ship come in, because if you don't upgrade your ship, then like these robots would absolutely fuck your ship up. But
Yeah.
in fact, I should YouTube like what happens if you fuck up the last mission.
Yeah, what if you don't do that stuff?
Yeah. So anyway, that's that, and then you sort of land on this big ship that's in the middle of all this stuff, and that's your sort of target. You go there, and then basically a lot of the mission is, oh, we need a tech expert. Who are you going to pick, right?
Yeah.
So then, I mean, who did you pick for your tech expert?
The thief, of
No,
course, because I didn't
pick- no,
I didn't really
picked,
use her much.
Tally, because she is the most talented tech.
Yeah, but I quite like Tally, so I was a bit worried something might happen to her. So I picked the person I least liked.
Well, I picked Tally because I thought she was the best tech person.
Yeah, yeah.
So what the tech person needs is the first bit of the mission is you need to go to 5 different points in the time allotted.
Yeah, they crawl through a vent.
Yeah,
don't they?
she's
And it
crawling
gets
through
hot.
a vent,
It gets hot in there.
unlocking doors, and if it gets too hot, she'll die, assumedly. And then you go through, and she's fine. And then I'm guessing the more technical they are, the slower that runs down, or something mad like that.
Maybe.
Then the next time you've got to pick a leader for the sub team. So I picked. Who did you pick for your leader? For the other
Miranda. I picked Miranda.
I chose Garrus.
She's my go-to.
Garrus was my. I let Miranda come with me because, you know, it's a good view. But I chose Garrus to go.
By the way, do you know who the actress is who plays Miranda? Out of interest.
Is it?
It's Miranda from Sex and the City.
No.
No, is it David Schwimmer?
No, it's the woman
It's Gilbert Gottfried.
out of the Handmaid's Tale who plays like the main woman in it.
Oh, Peggy from Mad Women.
I don't know, but I kept hearing the voice and I'm thinking, I know that voice from
I haven't
somewhere.
seen.
Where the hell am I?
Handmaid's
Well, if you've seen
Tale.
the Handmaid's Tale, you definitely recognise
Well,
the
I
voice.
saw. I know who that woman is because I saw another film. It's about an invisible bloke.
Elizabeth Moss.
No, it's not Elizabeth. No, not her. No, the woman
She's
who's
the main
like
one in The Handmaid's Tale.
No, well, there's two. There's her, and then the woman who's like her owner or whatever. But it's the owner woman.
So you spoke wrong.
Not really.
Yeah, you did.
Because they're both kind of main characters.
If you say
Really
main woman in
well, I guess.
Tale,
Yeah,
It's
not,
the main one in
Elizabeth.
Harry Potter. No, not Harry.
Not
Harry. His friend.
No, but it's,
You
I
mean
can't think what the name
Yvonne
is.
Skravonsky.
Yeah, that maybe.
Ivan Drago.
No, Yvonne Skravonsky. Skravonsky.
You're talking about Ivan Strahovski. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, she's in the
Okay.
Mass Effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
well
not?
done.
In the Handmaid's Tale.
She was also in Lego: The Adventures of Clutch Powers. So
There you go. Who knew?
She was, yeah.
she was
Great.
She's a good
Batwoman
actress,
in the
though.
animated
Good.
superhero film Batman: Bad Blood.
Good
I can
for
just
her.
keep doing this.
So
Yeah.
she
Yeah, you can.
So then anyway, you pick another crew, and then you pick somebody to escort the crew. I picked the thief for that one, the thief, because I was like, I don't care about her.
Oh, I sent Tally back with.
Hey, that funny, eh?
I know, except I only had the doctor because it took me so long to get to that point, and everyone was dead.
No,
You're
I
a
had
chump.
I had most of them.
Yeah, so you saved the crew. I didn't. The doctor just shouted at me. He said, "I watched everybody get liquefied."
I know
I'm
she
like,
said that
"Brilliant."
to me, but there were still other people with her.
No, literally, mine. There was literally just the doctor.
All right.
There was no one else.
And then you sort of do it all, and you go through and boop, and there's a bit where the other crew look like they're struggling, and then Garrus gets shot, but he sort of recovers, and I feel like, oh, that could have been a moment there where like he could have died, and then you fight basically the robot from Terminator 2, a giant version of that.
Yeah.
And you're done, and then you have
You
to
got to
do
shoot
a
the
jump.
shiny bits. Shoot the shiny bits.
You have
That's
to
what
do a
gotta
jump, and the jump, basically the only way you don't do a jump. Do you want to know the conditions? I've read them all.
No, I did a jump. I was fine.
So
It
when
was
you do
fine.
the jump, if only one of your crew survived, or none of your crew survived, you won't make the jump.
Well, you can't because there's no one else to do the jump, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you
I
gotta
don't
have
know.
someone catch you when you jump.
Well, Joker's like there.
Oh yeah, I guess he's there.
So that's that. I finished Mass Effect 2. I thought it was. Shall I skip to the jump? Let's skip to the.
Let's skip
mission,
to the
isn't it?
jump. Skip to the best bit.
Um.
I'm assuming you saved all your squad. No one died.
Yeah, nobody died. They all.
Nobody died. I did that. I don't think I did that the first time. To be fair.
I don't know. Yeah. No, they all survived. Everybody's fine. So it's. I haven't started Mass Effect 3 yet.
It wasn't truly a suicide mission then.
Not
No,
quite, because
not really.
everyone survived.
Yeah.
It was the
Really.
opposite.
You kind of think if this was like a movie, then somebody would have died.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
somebody would.
somebody.
Like, makes sense that someone would go down.
Someone.
Well, they can do if you make a balls of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
So.
You know,
I
you
guess so.
could burn Tally or whoever you sent in the tunnel. I'm
It would be
assuming,
more
but-
interesting if somebody died.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't get the achievement.
It's true.
That's true.
Nobody dying.
Nobody died. So Mass Effect 2, it's done.
This was when they
Yeah.
made really good games at BioWare, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, Anthem.
Yeah, totally.
We'll see.
Everyone loves that.
Evolve.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
there
they didn't make Evolve, but remember Evolve?
Remember Evolve?
Hey, Super Mario
Um,
Brothers. That was a good game.
Yeah.
They are making a new Dragon Age game, though, aren't they? Who knows? It might be good.
Dragon Age 4.
You
isn't it?
never know.
So-
Yeah, they're making a new Dragon Age game, so we'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
I might try it.
See
We'll
if they'll
see.
get back to the heyday of actually good games rather than
Hey,
terrible
yay.
crap ones that they made
I
afterwards.
wouldn't call it terrible crap. It's just not nearly as good.
Well, Andromeda did not get. I mean,
Terrible
even
crap.
Chinny.
I wouldn't
Chinny
call it
was
terrible
bored.
crap. Well, that's his maybe, but he finished it, didn't he?
He did, but he was bored.
Terrible
See,
crap.
we
and
I
Well,
liked
you're
it towards the
necessarily
end,
same
but it
thing.
was
Alright then.
when you compare it to these 3 games. I mean, they're nothing.
It's nothing.
close.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing. Nothing.
Right.
Anyway,
Next.
go on, Duke. You go. What have you been playing?
All right. Well, first of all, I had an idea for a game.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. This would be hard to implement, but I think it could be really interesting. It
Oh, I
might
thought
be
you
the
was
next
making
evolution of
one.
this whole thing. Yeah. Imagine this.
okay.
It's 4 kinds of games
Ooh.
that work in sync with each other. So you've got this village, and then there's these monsters attacking the village.
Right.
One player is the soldier who plays Destiny, Call of Duty style PvE, go out, shoot the monsters. You get resources when you kill monsters, you bring them back to the village, okay? That's one person, that's their job.
Okay.
The second person is the general who has these towers, and he has to do kind of tower defense type stuff to keep the village safe from the monsters that the person can't shoot when they're out shooting with their gun, right?
Right. Yeah,
And they work together to keep the village safe. Yeah. The third person takes the resources that are collected by the soldier and the general, who are getting resources from the towers and from shooting the monsters, and that person uses them to like do a city building type game where they have to build the city up and keep it humming.
Yeah, make more accommodation.
Yeah, and then the fourth person is actually the builder. They have to actually do a Minecraft style game to keep the houses good, to repair the towers when they get busted. If the monsters, attack the walls, they fix the walls, that sort of thing. So it would be all these different things working together, and you just have to keep this village going for as long as you can while these monsters are attacking and stuff. I just think that would be really cool if you had like, not just to defend your village, but like it's a village that is, perpetually existing.
So can I ask you, do you switch between these characters yourself?
So that's the thing. No, once you sign in, when you play a session, like you're in it. And then like if you leave, someone else comes in to find a game and like they get assigned, okay, you're going to be the tower defense dude for this session or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. So you only play one of those positions.
Right. Yeah. And then there's other people playing as the soldier or the
okay. So it's like a co-op game. Co-op.
Yeah, it could be a co-op game, PvE type stuff. I don't know. I think it could be fun. I've declared it now on this podcast. No one else can steal it. If you see a game like this, I came up with it. It's called Duke's Village. All right, and that's what it's called. So if ever somebody comes up with a game like this, they're ripping off Duke's Village. You owe me money.
Can I just say, it does sound very similar to how Fortnite started out.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah, that's how it started out. So basically, not
you had
quite
tower defense elements in Fortnite.
Yeah. So basically, how Fortnite originally was conceived was during the day you would build up all your defenses. That's where the building part came in. That's in the actual Fortnite game now, as we know it. And then at night you had to defend it against all these monsters that came and tried to tear your defenses.
Well, it didn't have town management, so they.
No, it didn't. But it has got some of those elements.
It's not the same as Duke's Village. Duke's Village is better.
Same. It isn't the same.
I want to try Fortnite now that there's no building involved. But anyway, I want to play you something.
Okay.
Because I recently heard a podcast, and it was a very interesting podcast. I'll tell you about it some other time.
It wasn't ours then.
But
yeah, definitely wasn't ours.
It was it's called Code Switch from National Public Radio. And the part that I'm going to play you is about this woman who's trying to it's about dancing. So Chinny, at some point you should let Tara hear this.
Okay.
She's working with this institute where they do a lot of dance, and she's being told that her style of dancing is not the way it's supposed to be done. Like she's being too creative and different and weird. So she's been told to tone down her dancing, but she keeps trying to find a partner that will work with her and dance the way she wants to dance. So let me play you this audio of when she finally meets this guy with whom she can dance in a way that really feels right.
Latasha doesn't remember what songs were played that night, and there's no recording of this moment. But she does remember a friend suggesting she dance with someone new.
They were like, "Have you danced with Felix yet?" And I was like, "No."
And introduces her to this tall, cheerful 24-year-old.
And this is like a minute and a half. So,
but everyone starts partnering up for the next tune.
And I think literally it's just one of these moments where
I looked at you and then you looked at me and was like,
"Yeah, you want to dance?" And then you kind of just go. Step.
Step, step, triple step. Step, 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 triple step.
Step.
Step, step, triple step.
Step, step.
The artist and athlete in me were like resisting asking him every step that I took, like, "Did I do that right?"
Step, step.
Step, step, triple
Holy shit, we're trying to hang on with each other.
Step, step, triple step.
Latasha starts to improvise, throwing in steps from house and hip hop.
And recognizing, okay, my feet are executing. Is there a way in this that I can
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh yeah, okay, I hit that one.
She just do what she wants.
And Felix would take note that I had the capability of hitting that rhythm, so
I better hang on. So then when we start speaking through our movement,
if I wanted to drop down and swing out a little bit harder, he would be there.
Imagine like you have a conversation and you get the most surprising comment.
If I wanted to take this rhythmic exploration that might not normally come off of this thing, I felt like he was still there with me.
Yeah, I hear you. Keep talking.
Then he would throw something in, and it was just like, oh, that was so cool.
Whoa, okay. Here we go. Here we go, you know?
Wow.
And that is what it's like when you find yourself in a really good Rocket League team.
Oh, I did wonder where that was going, if I'm being totally honest. I don't know about you, Chinny.
When you have
sex with
people,
the other team.
Yeah,
exactly.
You do some sexy moves, do you, with the other team members?
When you can do what you need to be doing, full tilt, like without having to be like, am I gonna have to cover their ass? Am I gonna have to fall back and because they're about to whiff? And are they gonna screw everything up? If I pass it, are they gonna be off in Wonderland? When you pass it and you know they're gonna be there, it's such an amazing feeling. And I realize that's what keeps me coming back to the game.
You've got to be the diamond in the rough.
You got to be the diamond in the rough, man. You got to practice.
But you also need to have someone you can trust as that other diamond, because
can we get some inspirational music?
Yeah, let's have some inspirational music.
You know,
you gotta be that fucking diamond in the rough.
Yeah. It's undescribable. And like, I've never done sports, you know, of any kind really. I've never been able to play musical instruments. I've never been in a band, but you know, you hear people talk about this camaraderie of teams, and I think this podcast is a team of that sort. You know, we support each other, we complement each other.
Yeah. Chinny is still a diamond in the rough. He's still there. We need to polish him up a bit more.
Yeah. But it is, and that description, I was like, that's what it's like. That's what it is.
You mentioned musical instruments, Duke. Thanks for joining me for the musical interlude of the show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Ding. Can you play something like that? Can you play something that sounds like a banjo? Or
I was playing Rocket League one day. I didn't know which way I'd go. I don't know. I'm making it up too.
So Chinny used to play.
Do I double jump?
A little bit of.
Sorry, go on.
We had a little bit of camaraderie, you and me. When Antonio and I hit the field, I feel like we got each other in that rhythm, that synchronicity. It really hits. But once in a while, you'll get that with randos when you queue solo. Yeah, I've been steady rocking the diamond. I have not dropped back to platinum since the new season started, which is awesome. So yeah, I feel like.
Is there anything after diamond, or is that as high as you?
Oh yeah, there's champ and grand champ, and I don't. You know, who knows? Maybe at some point I'll get to champ.
Well, you play enough to get there, I'm guessing.
I play enough. You'd think I'd be there by now.
You'd think you'd be there. You'd be the champ.
Yeah. By the way, anybody, if you haven't seen already, justtext.org. Buy my book. Delivered in Nimbus X is out now.
Yeah, buy his book. Mine came this week. I put a picture up.
Yeah.
Picture of my book. Right. I got my book.
Woo.
I'll read it again in
April
about a year.
Fools, I didn't write it.
Yeah, April Fools, I didn't really buy it. I just got a picture off the internet.
April Fools, I'm not really playing a guitar.
No, he's not.
April Fools, this is not a podcast.
No, it isn't. Holy
April
crap.
Fools, I'm a kangaroo.
Yes,
so anyway, Rocket League, a lot of fun.
Rocket League, pretty good. Talking of Mass Effect, by the way, I am still playing Mass Effect 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap.
So I'm on that shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, I'm not actually that far in, to be fair. I'm probably about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. I'm not massively into it yet. I'm getting there. It doesn't feel like it's quite got its hooks into me yet as much as the other two did. Playing them again.
What do you think is the problem?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's a bit of fatigue.
Because we've been playing these Mass Effect games back to back.
Back to back. That could be part of the issue. But it's slick. You know, I will give it that. You can tell how much it's been upgraded.
Yeah.
You know, to the previous, even obviously in this renewed version of it, it just feels slicker.
Yeah.
You know, everything just works really, really well. The cover system works fine. And it just looks great. I mean, it looks so polished.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this, and I'm not being funny, but this probably is on a par with how Andromeda looks, if not a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Andromeda's a piece of shit.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, this game came out a long time ago, and I know it's been polished up to made to be look better and all that kind of stuff, but it really shouldn't. You know, when you've got a game that came out so long after this should not be looking better than that game, but it just does. Story-wise, it's great. You know, you're back on. You know, you're back with the council. You know, none of that Cerberus crap. They're the enemy now.
Oh,
Cerberus are the enemy.
Oh no.
I know. I did wonder. By the way, I didn't ask you. Did you, seeing as you were playing as a renegade, did you give the collector ship or whatever it is, the Reaper ship, over to Cerberus? Did you do?
Oh no, I blew it up.
You see, that's weird because the renegade action is to actually give it over.
Yeah, I know, but when you think about it though, the absolute fucking renegade option is to blow the bastard thing up. Because for me,
renegade, man.
Being a renegade is being my own boss, right?
Yeah, doing the opposite of what.
And the fucking when Martin Sheen tells me to do something, do you think I'm gonna pussy over and do it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you know what happens if you do give it over? Are they nicer to you in 3? I don't know what happens.
No.
What's the repercussions?
I don't
because
know.
obviously in 3, Cerberus hate you now because you've obviously gone against what they wanted. And all that stuff. So they're like, they're sabotaging shit left, right, and center in 3.
Ship from 2. I'm Googling it.
I know, I can hear.
Google it.
So I've just done the Genophage mission in Mass Effect 3, which is the one where you have to go and get the cure for the Krogans and all that to get them on side. What's kind of interesting with 3, there's a lot of grey. So there's a lot of this, like, if you do this, this faction will be on your side, but this faction won't be on your side.
Can't make everyone happy, man.
I know. And you've got to kind of decide, I suppose, which you think are the best people to have on your side, I suppose, is the best way of looking at it.
But of course, these things, I mean, with all due respect to BioWare and the fine concept behind this mechanic, it always ends up being like, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Like, it doesn't really end up, you know what I mean? Like, I think, and the same with morality systems in these games, you know, whether you save Megaton or don't save Megaton in Fallout 3, it doesn't really matter.
No.
I think it would be interesting if there were a morality system where, you know, you're a good person, and then in the final fight, you have a whole lot of people helping you out. Whereas if you're an evil person, your skills are better, but you have no one helping you. And in fact, everybody's fighting against you.
Because in Andromeda, like, everybody comes and helps you out if you help them throughout the game, right? So the last mission of Andromeda is pretty impressive, to be fair, until the very, very, very end of the mission when it becomes quite a boring boss fight. But the lead up to it is really good, and it's like, you know, you're pulling together all these factions that are sort of dispersed when they discovered Andromeda, and they're like, "Don't worry, Ryder, we're here," and we swoop in and stuff. So that's pretty good.
Same idea with New Vegas. Like, you know, you go and help out these factions, those factions. If you help out the boomers, nice choice of names given the generational nicknames we got these days.
Okay,
but,
boomer.
You know, the people who used to, you know, they fling the bombs, they'll be helping you out. They can take down a plane at one point, which is really cool. But ultimately, it doesn't really have any impact on
what game's that? Red
boss.
Faction. Red Faction?
No, I'm talking about New Vegas.
New Vegas.
I thought you said Red Faction. Sorry.
It's okay. You have different factions in that game.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what.
So anyway, sorry, Mass Effect 3, you were saying.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, like I said, it's not grabbed me quite as much as the other 2 games at the moment. But I think as well, it's that, like I say, I think it is that fatigue because the other 2 games, like playing, especially the original Mass Effect, it's like so long since I played that game. And I'm like, oh, and it's cool. You know, it's cool, and 2 is cool. And although this is a lot slicker and graphically better, you can see the feature creep and all this other shit that they've added, you know, and the war table and all that balls. And I don't know, for me, this is kind of when you're first starting to see, you know, around this sort of time in video games where you're first starting to see that feature creep and them doing stuff just almost for the sake of doing it.
Yeah,
it's well, they can't put it the same game, can they? Like, I mean, unfortunately,
I know. But
I think
the story,
if they just put it the same game with different missions, personally, I wouldn't have a big deal with it. But they can't do that.
I know.
That's not how things work.
No, I get that. But for me, the story in this game is strong enough that they could have just done the same mechanics and just had You know what I mean? I've just had the end of the story in essence.
Agreed.
I wouldn't have been too upset. They haven't changed too much, but they have added in all this, like I say, all this war table, and you've got to amass everybody to do the final mission and all that kind of stuff.
It's the final mission.
Yeah,
I just can't get over how hot Ashley is now. That just really throws me off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell.
It's just like she just doesn't look like that in one. She's just had
Ashley,
a lot of work.
She has had a lot of work. She went. You know, when you went to get your face sorted out in the medical bay, she'd already been there.
She'd already been.
She'd already been and sorted her face out.
God damn.
God damn. I mean, she is like her hair is slick.
Isn't she a racist? I don't care right now.
Look at her hair, it's shiny.
God damn. I mean, that's not practical for fighting either, is it? Having wafty hair like that.
No, not at all. And the ears poking through. That's a big faux pas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. But like I say, I'm not quite fully in yet. I'm not fully in. I'm not feeling like, I need to, find out what happens next. And I think partly that's down to maybe the story missions just not being quite as strong. I think because there was all that stuff with Cerberus in the second game, and I know that's kind of there in the background in this game, but the big motivator in this game for keeping moving forward is this amassing your factions, and getting you this like war support so that you can take on the Reapers and stuff. Whereas I feel like the other two games were a bit tighter on the narrative. I think that sums it up really.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to starting it. I'm going to start it next. It will be the next thing I play.
Yep.
And I'm gonna. I like you, Stu. I'm a bit I wouldn't say fatigued, but I'm like, okay, I wouldn't mind playing something else now. Ordinarily I would want a break, but I know I'm going to enjoy it and.
I want to really get stuck into Elden Ring, and I can't focus on that fully until I've finished this.
Yeah, but I want to play it now because I want to play it close together to the other one, so I can appreciate it. So I don't want to. Ideally, I would play something else now, but I'm like, no, let's just see what it's like. So back to back as an experiment, really.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we've done, and we've been pretty good. So we've been focused.
Yeah, we should do this more often.
I know. It's
play all the games at the same time.
I know, because then we have to play them.
No, Duke won't play ball because he's always like,
I ain't playing shit.
Oh, you can't. The man can't tell me what to do.
Yeah,
that's right.
No. Hey, do you know what game we should play next?
70,000 hours. Don't say Rocket League, because then I'll stop.
No, we should play Subnautica next. Anyway, it'll never happen. I've accepted that it's not.
You never know. At some point, maybe.
Sure, it will.
I'm not doing it just when you snap your
throw you off. He likes to do it when you're not.
Exactly. When you least expect it.
Because that makes him feel like he's had some sort of control in the
control. He's had the control.
Yeah, it's an illusion of control. Stanley Terrible pointed that out.
Cool. All right, Mass Effect's done then.
All right, go ahead. Who's next?
It's you. Do.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's this game that I played the demo for.
Jesus Christ.
And soon as when I was like halfway done with the demo, I was like, I'm buying this.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Because it looks like trash.
And I did. It's not. It's awesome. So the game is called Patrick's ParaBox, like Paradox, but ParaBox. And it's a really, really good puzzle game.
Oh, it's funny because, when you see it still, it looks crap.
Of course, the graphics are very basic.
It's got a bit of charm to it when it moves.
It's got a bit of charm to it. But here's the thing. The significance of the game is not how it looks. It has nothing to do with how it looks. It has to do with how it plays. It is a recursive block moving game, which means you are moving blocks around that become the blocks, become the block in which... The block you are moving can become the block in which you are moving the blocks.
It's very, you're moving a block and it has gaps in it which you can squeeze into and then move in that block and out of it.
Yes, right. But these are just the first levels.
Jeez.
So you can move around inside the block. That's just the start of it. Eventually what you get is, because you'll notice that the border on this level that we're looking at here is white.
Yeah.
But the block you're moving is blue. Eventually, the block you're moving is blue, and the border is blue, meaning you are moving around inside the block you're moving.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Right. That's when it starts to get interesting. But it is pure simplicity at the start of the game. So you'll notice that when you have this yellow thing and the blue, like you get stuck at certain points because you have to, okay, so, you know, you can move the yellow block inside the blue thing, but you have to have it up against the edge in order
I've already figured this one out.
Push it in, right. But you have to be careful with how you do it because if you do it wrong, you push the block up against the edge. And there's no way to, you know, you can undo it. You can restart the level, and it has an undo button. But it gets very tricky very quickly.
Yeah.
The smart thing that they do is that at the beginning of the game, they give you very sort of basic puzzles, and you can eventually figure them out. It takes a little trial and error, but trial and error is easy to do. And they just give you one piece at a time. So they throw an element in, you play with it for a while. They throw another element in, you play with that for a while. You have your pieces set in the places they need to go, and then you're like, okay, fine. And then eventually you realize that that's not enough, that within those pieces, there's another piece you have to put in. And it just, you keep zooming in and zooming out. It's so polished. It's so well done.
It looks very polished, yes.
It's very polished.
It does.
This game is Patrick's Paradox, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick's
ParaBox.
ParaBox.
Because it's box within box. Right?
Got it.
It is, at certain levels, are Portalian in the sense of like Portal and Portal 2. You know how there's some levels in Portal and Portal 2 where you look at them, you're trying to figure them out, and then something happens and you go, oh, wait, it's this other thing that's a lot easier than what I was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You tend to
overcomplicate it.
Yeah, you overcomplicate it in your mind, don't
There's
you?
a few levels like that with this game where I was like, God, this is gonna be, oh, wait, no, it's just this. And then you do the other thing. Because, you know, when you have, so, you know, I don't know, it may not be in this video that I gave you, Chinny, but, you know, eventually there are somewhere the top of the puzzle is the top of the box you're moving around. So basically you need to put it in a certain spot and then go up the top of the puzzle level, which will take you to a place you can't get to in the thing. It's all very trippy. The point is that sometimes it just requires that lateral thinking to be like, oh, wait, I can just go out the bottom or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
Well, I encourage people, if you like puzzle games, you should look at, because honestly, Duke, I looked at this and I, like, because
we heard your initial reaction.
Well, I got the video of it. And I was like, "Oh God, this
it looks stupid as
crap.
hell."
Like, you know. But then
like this one we're looking at now, right?
I started seeing it move around, and then I was like, "Oh, this actually looks pretty good."
It's cute, it's charming, but then once you get into the recursive elements, like where you zoom in and you zoom in, and then you get into the thing and you get into the thing, and you have to push the little block out, and you have to figure out how to get it out the right way, and then you get it out and zoom out, and then it zooms out again, and then, oh God, it really does mess with your head. And I'm like, I think there's like 100, or maybe it said 250 puzzles. I've probably, the demo has maybe 10. I think I've done 20. And like, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, my head is hurting when I play the game. So it really is that type of game where you have to do a level and be like, yes, I did it. And then stop while you're ahead.
To be fair, I mean, I look at some of these levels, even just these, which I'm assuming aren't that far in.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get interesting, but it's not.
They're super complex, aren't they? I mean, these
that's the thing, is that they're not. They just look complex. But once you get the hang of it, once you start doing it, you're like, oh, I have to go in here and out here, and it looks all weird and big because they need to give you space to move around and get around the box that you're pushing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it is trippy. It's trippy as fuck.
I'm guessing as you get further in, it's like just do one and then stop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah. Don't keep playing.
But it's great. It's so well done. The demo is an excellent length. It's a free demo on Steam. What do you have to lose trying it out? If you think you would like it, you probably will. And it certainly is worth a giggle because it's such a well done concept. I can't say enough about how much I'm enjoying.
Oh my
Patrick's
God! It's
ParaBox.
just fucked with my head so much.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh no!
Holy moly!
It's so good.
Wow.
And you're not even doing it. It's so much more so when you're doing it. It's like,
wow.
damn, bro. Yeah.
It's one of those games that I can certainly see that, like, when you suddenly figure out the solution, you'll be like, I know what I need to
and
do.
in a way, we shouldn't even be watching these levels because it'll sound maybe. Well, I mean, maybe it depends on how much you remember it when you play it. But,
Yeah.
But it really does benefit. It really does reward trial and error. Like, it's one of those games where you try it and then it doesn't work and you just reset it. And you try it and you get a little further and you're okay. And you can undo very easily. Z is undo, as you can see on the left side of the screen. And so you do something, you get stuck and you're like, okay, let me back up 3 steps or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's really well designed. It's very polished in that sense. I love it.
You can undo and reset the whole thing, so that's quite useful, isn't it?
That's right. Yep. And you can redo if you take that 6 steps and you're like, oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. And you'd be like, okay, I'll take it back. So
it looks pretty. It looks interesting.
ParaBox.
It does.
It's very interesting. I was very impressed.
Was it expensive? How much is this?
It was like $15, which is not cheap for. I mean, when you look at the graphics, you're like, what? $15?
Yeah.
But you realize like the person put in a lot of work to polish it, and to pack it with very interesting puzzles. And like I said, there's all these. So eventually they give you a piece to move around. It's empty glass. So if you push it up against the edge of the level and you keep pushing, you'll go into it.
Yeah. So that's how you get in.
And then it becomes a 3x3 grid, and you can go up out of it, so you can move through it, and that's great. But if you need to have a piece on the opposite side of it, like how are you going to get the piece on the opposite side of it? Because if you keep pushing the glass, if you put the piece into it, okay, fine. But then you have to keep pushing the glass, and then it's like, what do I do? What do I do now? So it's a really interesting. It's just, it's so good. So I'm looking forward to seeing how far they twist my brain in the future levels.
How long have you played it for?
Not very long. I think I played the demo for maybe half an hour, and then the other levels. I mean, you have to start over when you get it, so I probably did an hour total with the 2.
All right.
Patrick's ParaBox.
Patrick's ParaBox.
It looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Chinny, back to you.
Yep. I played Virtuoso.
Oh, okay. Ooh, interesting.
And honestly, I had a right fucking ball ache.
Did you?
I turned on the quest, and the quest is like, I got no battery. And I'm like,
oh yeah, it hates that, doesn't it?
So I put the battery thing in, did something else for a few hours, came back. And it's okay, I've got battery now. Do you want to play? And I was like, yeah, I want to play. I thought, that's fine. You just need to put your Facebook password in because I can't remember it. I was like,
oh my god, why do you need you to do that again?
But like you know, it never has a. No, because Facebook has done a new security thing, and we need
Meta.
To,
you mean it's Meta? Come on.
We need to do a 2-factor authentication on your account. No big deal. You'll be done in like 2 minutes.
Hour later.
So basically, because I tried. It was asking for a code, and I was like, I don't have 2-factor. I'm sure I don't have 2-factor set on my Facebook. I was like, right, I go on my Facebook. Which, by the way, it's hard to do fucking anything with the quest. This is why the quest won't take off. Is because when you put the quest on, and then it goes, you've got to do this and log into your face. You got to take the fucking quest out, and you're like kind of looking down, and you fucking getting your phone, and it falls on your face, and then the fucking the joysticks are like down the fucking sofa, and you're like, I can't. Where the fuck is everything? And then I go onto Facebook and I set up 2-factor authentication, right? Okay, done that, and then I go back into the quest. I log in through the quest, and it goes, we just need to check that it's you. So just put the code in that we sent you. And I'm like, sent me where? Where did you send it? We just
on your phone. On your phone.
We sent it to you. Just find the code and put it in. And I was like, but where did you send it, you prick? So like, and then I'll check my email. Nothing. I check Facebook, and there's a notification on Facebook to say, hey, we see that you've tried to log in on a different device, which is perfectly fine, by the way. We just need to check this is you. Is this you? And you click it, and I go, yes, this is me. And I go, well, it's fine. No need to shout. Just click the thing. We'll be fine. All right. I'll try to log into Oculus again. Hello. No, all right. Yeah. Hello again. Just log in. just put the code in that we sent you. I was like, I just approved this.
Oh my god.
On the thing. No, you've got to put a code in. What code? Right? And I look and I was like, maybe it means the Google Authentic, because I use Google Authenticator app for the authentication codes, right?
Right.
So maybe it means that, but it's not really clear. It's just sort of like saying the code that it's, when like a
put the
website
code
sends
in.
you a code,
For
it
God's
either
sake.
texts you or emails you, doesn't it?
Yeah, you
I
gotta
thought
get a text
maybe
on
it
your
means
phone.
the authentication app that I use. All right, I put that in and it worked. But this,
it worked.
I explained this in what, like 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But that was a process of like 20 minutes of me fucking around, the Oculus falling off my face. I've got a fucking yogurt that I'm just dying to eat, and then like, just what the joy pads and getting my phone out, putting that down. You know what it's like. You put the Oculus on, you got to slide it back on your face. You got to find out where the joypad is. Then you got to fucking. Oh, we got hand tracking mode on. Fuck off with your hand tracking, man. It don't work, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You're really making me want to get a
I know.
Quest
Duke
now.
can't wait.
So
He wants to do
anyway,
this.
It goes, right, you're in now. What do you want to play? And I was like, Virtuoso, please. And he goes, oh, yeah, just download it. And I was like, fuck's sake, I haven't even downloaded it, right? Right, downloaded it.
Oh, my God.
It's only like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it's not that big of that.
It's only
to
3
consider it.
kilobytes or something.
Yeah, it's not a huge
I
app.
download it and he goes, right, enjoy the game. So I play the game and all that faff for this fucking game, Stu.
Fucking game, tell you.
And
okay, now.
Did I like it? Did I? Yeah, I did. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great.
It's so well made.
I thought it was great. So the tutorial is, I assume, the guy that made it, right? And him just going, hello, welcome to my game.
It's a bit pants, to be fair. The tutorial is a weak spot.
Click the board. This guy, he's obviously made a very, very good game. So voice acting or presentation skills aren't up there, but he's like, fine. And yeah, I do the tutorial, and I made a song, Stu.
I know. Did you sing? You can sing as well, by the way.
I only used 2 instruments that were in the tutorial for my song.
Wow.
So I haven't really played it. Today I played it again, and I was making a song, and then Tara says, right, I want to eat, so get the fuck off that.
You have to stop.
Because,
hey, I'll tell you what, though, that's a good
All right,
sign that you're being made to stop.
Well, like she said, you can carry on playing it if you want. I was like, no, I'll come off. I won't play this while you're eating next to me. Yeah.
World premiere of Chinny's song.
So what I'll say, I know I'm being really like, this is literally me. I fucked up the loops, because I've played it all already, Stu, and I'm just sort of queuing in the loops.
Yeah.
So this is my very, very, very. Like, I've never practiced. I never did anything. This is my first.
Okay, you don't need to make excuses. It's fine.
And
all right, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Let's just hear it.
Going an
The
extra
end of the
measure
world
with
is
the
coming.
notes.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
I don't think
Drop that beat. Nope. Gonna wait for the beat some more.
No, he's put some more. He's put another layer in.
I know. We got it, but I was expecting a beat drop there. It's okay. Now he's got some discordant echo effects going on here. Yeah, there we go.
It's pretty good.
I think I messed it up there. It doesn't really change much from here.
No, yeah, you could have done another change there. But you know what?
Yeah.
That's pretty
It's good stuff.
It's a bit of drum and bass. I'm liking the drum and bass vibe going on.
Yeah, my drumming came into effect there because
Yeah,
there's a feature on the drums where it goes, oh, you know, if you hit it, we'll make the note count on the eighth, you know, on the beats and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Match it up.
That
so it's
is
not
the
so
fucking worst thing for me. I was like, no, this is disgusting.
No, you wanted a bit more drum and basses, which you can't do. But I mean,
No.
fine
Well,
for me.
you wanted it to sound more
When I'm doing
authentic.
4 to the floor, that's what you want.
So
So here's what I'll say. So I have been tasked, dear listeners and viewers, with judging this competition.
Duke,
between
before you
Stu and
judge, can we skip
Yep.
to the end of my track?
Yeah,
Okay,
skip to
let's
the
hear
end.
the
end
last
of
30
Chinny's
seconds
track.
or
We
20
should hear a bit of
seconds.
we should hear mine again.
Because
just so
it
that
ends
the
well,
listeners
my
know.
track. It ends well. That's it. I mean, it just does this. I mean,
Okay.
but yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right, so here's a little bit
Where's
of
Stu's?
Stu's song.
Yeah, hear mine again. Here we go.
Whoops, it stopped playing for some reason. So, here's what I'll say. They're both good songs. I enjoy both of them very much. Stu's has an edge because it has a melody that I know. So it's got the Frere Jacques thing in it, yeah.
Oh no, that was a different tune.
Well, no, but you still have a little hint of it here. It's not still there in the same way it is in the other one, but it has echoes of it. You can tell that you were influenced by that. And you
That's
didn't
weird because I
totally
didn't
take it out
notice that, but
in
you
this
might be
new
right.
mix. Yeah, it still kind of exists there. That said, it also has that, like you said, 4 to the floor regularity in it, and Chinny's more authentic drum sounds is at moments a little the beats don't match up perfectly, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for someone who appreciates that technical perfection, I do like that about Stu's beat. So Chinny's on the other hand has more 16th beats. Stu mostly has 8 on the 8s, which is fine. But Chinny's has a little more texture and a little more variety when it comes to the 16th, notes along the way. So it's a tie.
Well, no, that's fair. I'm fair. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I was just going to say I'm not happy with that.
Good.
I will
was hoping
take
you'd
it.
be unhappy. I was hoping you'd be
14
unhappy.
years of doing this show together, I quit.
Well, guess what? If I don't give it to you, then Stu's going to be mad. If I don't give it to Stu, he's going to be mad. And you're going to be mad. Everyone's mad.
Yeah.
So fuck both of you.
Yeah.
I am going to, by the way, I haven't played it this week because I've just been doing other stuff, and it's time consuming, by the way. Each time quicker than you've even realized.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to try and do a more ambient-y, kind of more chilled one this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do something a little bit more chilled. I think the influence for me was more orbital. I wanted to sort of capture that more orbital kind of sound.
Yeah.
When I did mine. that complete keep building up all the, building up to the crescendo. You know what I mean? Have loads of layers.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool because, like I said last week, when we were talking about it before, I have never created any sort of music ever. And I think this app does help you out. I think it does keep everything in key. Everything's in key. So whenever you add another instrument, it automatically keys it for you. So it's not sort of nothing ever sounds out of tune, really.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. It's such a cool little app. And I'm thinking, Chinny, are you gonna be having a more of a go on it?
I'll have another go on it. Yeah. My only complaints with it really are, I mean, the problem with it is that it is virtual. Like for the drumming, the reason why it's not that precise, Duke, is because I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
You can make the drumming so it sort of.
You could link it so that it sounds perfect.
Falls on beat, and I hated that because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So I'm drumming there with no assistance, which
which is still pretty good, I've got to say.
But it is off at times. However, when you don't have with real drumming, the feedback you have is the impact of the drum, right? So that forces you to be on time because you know when you hit it. With a virtual drum kit, you don't really know when you hit it, really. Like,
no, it's reliant on the vibration.
You're talking fractions and fractions of seconds that go into your brain and come back out as muscle memory and stuff. Because when I play the drums in real life, which I haven't played for many, many years now, but I used to, like, I wasn't that off. Do you know what I mean? It never felt like I was that off. Right. But and if I was, like, you never really could tell, because it's drumming, it's real drumming, so you sort of forgive it a little bit.
Well, and you're not hearing the same loop over and over and over again.
No.
You make one mistake in the past.
What I would like to get to grips with is making something. I mean, the song that I made was like literally the first two instruments that the tutorial gives you, which is the board and the drums. And I did it quick, I just sort of like did that, and I was like, fine. And what I think I can do better, and I think I played around with some of the other instruments, and there's not many of them.
No, and they're all
they're all very similar, aren't they?
There's not a piano. I wanted to, like, if I'm doing sort of, I want to do a housey track.
Yeah, but how would you control it? You mean like sound like a piano?
Yeah,
yeah. Like a proper piano.
I mean, for me, I'd want actual percussion instruments. You know what I mean? This is a library of electronic instruments. Yeah. For me, and it's possible because the drums are pretty good. They sound decent.
There's no reason for them not to be able to give you a cello.
There's no reason for them to not include a board that has basically guitar notes, that has piano notes, that sounds. They have an organ in there. Why can't they have a piano? Why can't they have a keyboard? Why can't they have a violin, a harp?
How often do they update the software?
I'm on the Discord, and he is saying it's basically him and I think two other people.
I get that. No, I'm just.
And he said they are working. They are working
Lazy
on
bum.
stuff, but it's a slow process.
Yeah, I imagine it's quite difficult to do. Not even quite. I imagine it's very difficult.
And if you have the PC version of it, you can actually import like your own instruments via MIDI, so you can put your own stuff on there. I was
disappointed by the lack of effects that you could put on your voice as well.
Yeah,
because you could only add reverb, and I was expecting that you could do mad shit with your voice,
or echo, or whatever.
Yeah, like I thought, like as soon as I got the microphone, I was like, right, what can you do with your voice? And it's just a really big reverb, which is like pretty basic, really. I thought, like, could you make it a robot voice? Could you do this? Could you do that?
Distort
it, because then you got loads of shit. You could even have your voice as an instrument.
And it doesn't even matter whether you can sing then.
No, so like, could you auto-tune your voice? All this sort of stuff.
There you go. T-Pain, baby.
And yeah, anyway, I think it has a lot of potential. I still think
it's basic at the moment. I agree, it is basic.
Yeah. It's stripped back. It doesn't mean that you can't create cool stuff now, but I feel like, if he had a few more people working for him and he could knock things out a bit quicker and get things out there, I think it would be good. But it does cement my feeling about VR of like it will never take off because it's so cumbersome, and I feel like a fucking loser when I play it. And
Tara's going.
Tara films.
Look at you.
She filmed me while I was playing it and sent it to the family group, going, "What the fuck have I married?"
Of course she did.
So
of
like,
course she did.
And
well, you've just got to get over that stuff, Chinny.
I
Just
know.
ignore her. Just ignore her. It's fine.
Yeah. So
That is quite funny,
it's
though.
not without its complaint. I like little features on it, like you can adjust the angles of the drumsticks, which really helped.
Yeah,
because like
and
the
you can
angle of the
obviously-
drumstick was really
you
weird.
you can take the play buttons off everything and just put them floating to make it a bit easier to trigger them.
Yeah, and the you can move everything, and I want to sort of get to grips with if I do it right, I can, because I was starting to the looping machine.
Yeah,
I started to sort of manipulate it in a way where it was sort of coming in and out and instantly going out and then dropping in the next beat, and I was starting to sort of like
get your head around it. I mean, just hearing the bit you've made in a very short space of time, presumably you didn't play.
That was an hour. That was an hour.
Yeah,
I played that,
I'm thinking you could probably create something pretty impressive.
I think so.
Once you got your mind to it and started to really play around with it a lot.
You could. It definitely got me, Stu. To be fair, because I woke up this morning, I was thinking about it. And I was like, I've got to, because I had to go to the mother-in-law's and sort out her bloody security CCTV
colostomy bag.
No, like,
were you on technical help duties?
I'm family IT support. That's what. That's my role. That's what I do. I can't fix a shelf or anything like that. But hey, any IT,
something electronic.
Yeah, my hard drive doesn't work. Anything like that. They go, Mike, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Usually is the answer. And I had to split a router that only had 5G, and so it had 2.4G and 5G.
Who wanted 5G?
So I had to go into the config settings of the router, and it was all disgusting.
Yeah, I had to do that because some of the smart stuff only works on 2.4,
but it wouldn't work. That was the gist of it. Like it wouldn't work. I did everything to split it, and I followed the instructions verbatim.
Is it a Virgin?
No, it's a one of these,
I can tell you how to do it on Virgin.
It's a Q
That
Sky
would be a
box.
fun podcast to hear that.
Yeah.
No, I've got Virgin, but mine came with like a split thing already. Like it just.
No, mine didn't. It came, but you just rename one of them. You can just rename what you want to call them. So that's all I did. It just makes it a bit easier.
Well, I mean, that's what I was doing. There's a box that you check and you rename them, and then you apply, but then it would just disconnect and wouldn't work. And it would just be, and I was
honestly.
Like, you've got to call a guy out. Like I literally have no idea how to do this.
I don't know how this Wi-Fi thing took off. I tell you, it's so cumbersome.
So now that we've heard some of Chinny's music and some of Stu's music, here's a little bit of Duke's music.
Here we go.
This is track 9 of my album .com Post. I'm pretty proud of that song. So. Anyway,
that is in your face. That is.
Yeah, it is.
Good
I
job.
don't make soft
Duke
music,
loves-
man. Actually, I did make some soft music.
Duke loves distortion. He loves.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
but I also
He
did
likes it.
automatic transmission, which is that ambient type of thing you mentioned, Stu. So.
We are in a
So
dream.
anyway. Yeah, it is, and that's but that's also recorded onto computer from audio tape. So the distortion is not intended to be there.
It's even better. It's even
that
better.
particular one was just by
It's
accident.
authentic.
I've got a cassette tape converter, dude.
Wow.
So if you've got cassette tapes that you need converted to MP3,
Oh, I've gotten everything
What
worth
I
getting
need-
off of those cassette
What
tapes.
I need, I've got some VHS-C tapes that I want
Oh,
converted.
snap.
VHS-C.
Yeah.
What's
You know, off an
the-
old camcorder ones.
Oh, those are like the really big
Those
ones.
little
aren't they?
miniature
Yeah.
ones.
No, the little ones. Yeah, little tiny ones.
Oh, the little ones.
Yep.
VHS.
You had to put them in a separate.
Oh no,
VHS
sorry, it's
tape
not. No,
to play
the
them.
high 8 ones. That's what they are. High 8.
Okay.
The high 8.
Eight.
All right. So, any other else have any games they've been playing?
Yes, I've got one more game to talk about.
Okay.
Obviously,
Go ahead.
which is Vermillion, which is the
Oh yeah, painting.
Painting.
Right. Let's hear
in
one of these
VR.
paintings. Let me have the audio file for this painting of yours.
Yeah, I've got it. Are you ready?
You got it?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
So Duke said last week He said, "Can you're talking about this thing? It's not real art. It's not real because it's not even.
Well, it's not real painting." I said.
Not real painting.
It's not real painting. Right.
It's as close to real as you can get without actually doing it. In my opinion.
I told Tara.
Yeah,
about
of
this
course.
today.
That's the nature of virtual reality.
I told Tara because I was telling her about the music game that I was playing. I was like, "Well, Stu's been playing a game where it's a Bob Ross painting game." At first, she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "No, it's just a painting game, and you can get a YouTube video up of Bob Ross and just follow Bob Ross and paint.
Follow Bob."
And because Tara sort of hit and miss with VR, she sort of like, she's kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, that looks lame. I'm not going to do that." But then with the Bob Ross thing, she was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." So I almost got her on that one.
Yeah, it is super cool.
So I'm gonna see if she'll because I kept on saying, "Do you want to try the music thing?" Because she loves music, Tara. She loves.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, in another life, she would have been a music DJ. She loves it so much."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, why don't you try and make a song?" You know, I know a brother Simeon would absolutely love Virtuoso. He's gonna flip his mind when he plays it. But I feel like Tara would like the painting.
So, I mean, I've done 3 paintings. So, Chinny, if you want to bring them up, you can bring them up.
Where would I find? Are they on Twitter?
They're on Twitter. So
I don't really go on Twitter, so
yeah.
No, you do not.
So yeah,
you can call me anything you want.
While you're doing that, I will play another of these games from the British book.
Okay.
Yeah, you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
Parky. Adjective.
Oh, a bit cold.
Yes.
Oh, chilly.
Parky day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit parky.
Parky.
Yeah.
Hey.
One of the phrases that someone I used to work with used was, "You could freeze the knickers off a vicar's wife." Not even sure what that means.
It doesn't have that in here, but.
Yeah. So there you go. Apparently that's what you can do. So yeah, I the first painting I did, I followed Bob Ross. You know, I was like, follow Bob because he knows what he's doing. And it wasn't that difficult because you can just keep pausing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, paint a bit, pause a bit, paint a bit, pause a bit. Yeah, so I did that first, painted a nice mountain and all that kind of stuff. So I did the mountain and obviously trees, things. So that's the first thing I did. And then the second painting I did, I used some of the stuff I'd learned from the first painting, but did something of my own. Yes. So it was a little bit more I went for more psychedelia, I think it's fair to say. So in the second painting, I did this weird sky with lots of color in it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I had a go at that. And then the last painting I did like kind of a night scene with a moon and everything.
Night swimming.
I can't log into my Twitter, so I have no idea.
They're on Facebook as well. So
okay.
Facebook,
yeah,
Facebook works. Facebook. And I must admit, I am. Do you know when you were saying about, I think I might want to go and make some other music? Well, that's kind of like me with this at the moment because I'm thinking, what am I going to paint next? And I've already got a couple of ideas of what I'm going to have a go.
You should paint Chinny.
What's cool? Yeah, I could try and paint Chinny.
Yes.
I could try and do that because I can obviously bring up a YouTube video of Chinny. That's no problems.
Yes.
The coolest thing about this, for someone who I was quite arty at school, by the way. I did like art at school. It was something I was really into.
That explains a lot.
But you could, when I was at school, your options, you could choose art, woodwork, or cookery. But you couldn't choose two subjects like that. You could only choose one of them. So obviously I chose cookery because I like cooking and stuff. So I didn't choose art, but I liked art. So this is kind of appealing to my inner what I used to like to do as a teenager kid, I guess. And it's sort
never fades away.
Never fades away. Something I've always wanted to have a proper go at, but obviously never really had the time
never go.
I mean, it's expensive. Let's be honest. Painting's not the cheapest thing to do as a hobby because
it is not.
Oil paint costs a lot of money, canvases cost a lot of money, equipment costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
For 15 quid, you get your own fully equipped studio with as many canvases as you
Here's
like.
The thing. Look, I was talking smack about this last week, so let me give the positive side of it this week. Natalie Goldberg wrote a really good book called Writing Down the Bones, which is about freeing the writer within. if you buy all those art supplies, it's kind of like buying a fancy blank book for writing. The point being that there's this pressure that you have to create something amazing with these tools that you've got. Whereas this game allows you to do things digitally. You can write the most stupid crap in the world, and you can just erase it and start all over.
Correct.
That's freeing. That's a very useful thing. So
I think as well, what's also cool is like if you make a mistake, you can undo about the last 15 or 20 brush strokes.
Yeah.
So you can undo quite a lot of stuff you've done, which sounds like a lot, but in painting it's kind of not a lot because 15 and 20 brush strokes can be. You can do that very quickly especially when you put in texture and stuff in.
I assume it depends on whether what are you clicking the button or whatever, because it's the same with Photoshop. If you fill in stuff using the paintbrush and you're holding down the mouse the whole time and then you undo it, it's removing that whole thing. But
correct. That is exactly how this works. So if you don't take your brush off the canvas, it will. If you do one backwards, like on your thumbstick, it will erase all of it.
Sure.
You can also redo. So you can undo and redo, so it's not too terrible.
By the way, sorry, Red Van Man said in the chat, go to the workshops. All the shit is cheap. We've done an artist Sunday as a family. We managed to buy a lot of stuff for an all right price. So thanks for the tip, Red Van Man.
Yeah. Well, no, I absolutely love it. It's so much sort of fun. I've done a signature now, little SF at the bottom there. Done your signature. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I know, yeah.
So hang on a second. The real prickness will come when he pays to have this blown up to life size.
I know, NFTs,
20 by 30 canvas on his wall.
That's a future. No, I don't think I'd ever.
Oh, look at it. Come observe it in the light. Yeah.
I think this one's my favourite.
Yeah, that's the following Bob Ross one. The mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Bob Ross painting.
It's nice.
Yeah. So you can see the influence on the others, you know. I'm trying to do a little.
This one's a bit bare.
Yeah, that was just that. You see, you know, when Duke was saying about it being free, and the final one, the one with the sort of moon, it was just that was a bit just faffing around.
You know what I think is your problem here?
Yeah, what's the problem?
I think the water needs to go higher. Like the horizon needs to be like.
Yeah, it's probably a bit low.
Higher.
Bit low. You see what I did on this, and you can't really see it. I did like a little bit of detailing on the edge of the water with some like little waves shooting up, you know, like just a bit of spray and stuff. But do you know what? It's just a lot of fun for the.
How long does it take you to create one?
The night one that I was messing around with, that was probably most of the afternoon. That was probably about 2-3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
2 hours or so. Just like faffing around, you know, and just seeing what I could do. The middle one, like the really colourful one, that probably didn't take that as long.
Is this called Vermillion? Is this the right?
Yeah, Vermillion. Yeah. It's called
Vermillion.
But it's just for 15 quid. Honestly, it's just brilliant. It's just so realistic. The only thing there's a couple of things that I think could do with some more finessing, if you will, and that's just brush pressure, because like you'll do what you think is quite a light stroke, but it'll just paint a solid block of color.
Well, this is the problem with VR, is that it doesn't have tactile.
No,
feedback,
so it's sort of I'm getting used to it, but it just takes a little bit of getting used to.
If only Bob Ross was alive to do one in VR, that would be interesting.
I know. Well, there is some absolutely incredible paintings that some people have done in this. It's the best ones are on Twitter, so you can't even see them because you're rubbish.
I'm sure if I Google Vermillion.
But honestly, there's a guy, the guy who they got to promote it, you know, who did the paintings for the promotion of it. He did one of these like women sat in like a living room with pizza, and it looks like a photograph. You know, it really is that good. And then you zoom in, and obviously you can see all the paint strokes and stuff. But zooming out, it literally looks like a photo. Just phenomenal. Some of the people who are obviously proper artists can do amazing things with this.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of just shows how realistic it is.
Or
you know,
how talented
and
they are.
Yeah, well, a bit of both, isn't it? You know what I mean? But you can't. If the equipment doesn't work, you can't do that talent, can you? So it obviously works because they can, you know, make these very accomplished pictures that look amazing. You know, they just look incredible. if you've got a VR headset, you've ever been arty, or you just want to have a go, regardless of your skill as an artist, that I would totally recommend, giving this a go, because it's just brilliant. It is just like everything about it is so cool. Even just like setting it up, moving stuff around in the studio, putting stuff where you need it, mixing your paints, it just works. It just absolutely works. So, there's not a lot else to say about it. I mean, if Tara's ever been into, painting or anything, Chinny, this would definitely be the app for her. And it's very relaxing as well, by the way.
Sluts Wool.
It's a great time waster as well.
Really?
Time just flies.
What?
Not even trying it. Sluts Wool.
Oh, I didn't even know what you were doing. I'm like, why is you?
Is it like
I don't know that one.
Fanny hair?
Nope.
That would make
Oh, wow,
sense.
I stumped him. Anybody in the chat? Sluts Wool.
I know, I've not heard of that one.
Yeah,
I've not
me
heard
neither.
of that one.
We're learning today. How about
Is
that?
it something to do with a sheep?
Nope.
See, I heard word wool and my.
Let's see if anybody in the chat gets it. All right, any other games that we're talking about, or is it time
no,
for
that's
news?
it. That's all the games.
Okay.
We have got some news, by the way.
Putting news first.
So, which fucking
There is a
PlayStation package
service
are you
coming,
having?
people? Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you
We don't
just
know which titles are coming out for it, though, do we?
No.
No. What you've just alluded to is that basically PlayStation have now got the Game Pass competitor in the wild. So they've done that. They've sort of put it out there, and they've got 3 tiers.
3 tiers.
3 tiers.
3 tiers.
Three
That's how much you'll
tiers.
cry when it comes out. I get it. 3 tiers.
So, Chinny, what's your initial thoughts on this? Do you think it's
So
good enough?
the base tier
Get
is
it?
sort of what we have now, isn't it? Which is like you get 2
You
games
buy the
a
games
month.
and play them and shut up.
Yeah, you can play online. That's the base tier.
Yeah. And obviously your PlayStation Plus titles.
The silver, as it were, if that was bronze, is PlayStation 5, sort of kind of what Game Pass is in a way, like kind of PlayStation 5e games, and maybe mixed in with some others. And
by the way, it launches in June. We should have said when it comes out.
does the middle tier include PlayStation 4 games as well?
So right. These are the names. So the first one's called PlayStation Plus Essential.
Essentials.
So that's what Essential. So you get 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for save games, and online multiplayer.
It sounds like when like Tesco or Sainsbury's launch like a petrol station that like M&S Essentials. Do you know what I mean?
See what they've done, which I think trumps Game Pass to an extent, is if you pay yearly, you get quite a lot off. So, like for instance, PlayStation Plus
more.
No, well, yes and no. With Game Pass, you don't really get any discounts for paying yearly. You get a little one, but it's not like huge. With this, for obviously the base tier, it's $6.99 a month or $49.99 a year, which is a pretty good discount, really. Then you get PlayStation Plus Extra, so you get all of the essential tiers. But then you get up to 400 games to play from the PS4 and PS5, including blockbuster hits.
So it does include PS4 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, PS4, PS5 games, 400 of them to play from. And unlike PlayStation, unlike Game Pass, these won't come in and out. You know, where Game Pass obviously gets rid of games and puts new ones in. This will always be the catalogue that they'll potentially add other games to or not. I don't know.
Change their mind.
Yeah, unless you change their mind. So, which is $10.99 a month or $83.99 a year, which is a really weird number. So I don't know where they came up with that. But again, it's a decent saving, you know, because it's well over 100. It's like 114, 115 quid normally if you paid it monthly, or 83 quid for the year. Then you get PlayStation Plus Premium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's all the same stuff from Essential and Extra, but then you get another 340 additional games.
Yes.
Including PS3 games available via cloud streaming.
PS3.
And
I mean, is this really their selling point?
Yeah,
we got PS3 games. Like, come on.
A catalogue of beloved classic games available both streaming and download options for original PlayStation 2, PS2 and PSP. You can get PSP games, people.
PSP games. Give us your money right now. Can't you wait to play Shit's Orion? Like
cloud streaming for PS4 games, which obviously you have to download for the other tiers. See, they're selling clouds like streaming as an advantage now, as an extra premium
supremacy,
thing.
Man. That is a 41 on Metacritic. I can't wait to play that.
And time limited game trials will be also on offer, so you'll get.
What about? Are they going to have Napoleon Dynamite the game? Apparently, that was a real game.
Apparently,
on the PSP.
They are. And then this is $13.49 a month, or $99.99 a year. So it's basically 100 quid. 100 quid a year.
Which package do you think appeals to you, Stu?
If I was going to get one of these, not that I'm going to get any of them, but if I was going to get one, I'd probably go for the middle tier.
Yeah.
The £83 a year one.
Duke, I know you probably won't get one, but which one would
the
you?
The cheapest one, the one that I don't pay for.
Yeah. So I don't know. Chinny,
I've got no. I never had a PS1 or 2 really, so I've got no desire to play those games. And
Final Fantasy VII, man.
Generally, games from that era are wank. So
well, they're by today's standards.
I don't understand why they are the premium tier. You know, give you some PS2
to be honest, I think the PS4 and PS5 games would be the premium tier because that's the one I'd want.
Well, yeah.
So they done goofed it maybe in a way, but you know, I'm happy with the middle tier. If I might get it, but to be honest, I'd never play my PlayStation anyway.
No.
So, you know, I've got games on there. I've got the first Horizon game, and I've got the Uncharted game, and all this. I just, you know, there's just.
You see, to me, right, if they were going to do the premium tier, it would include PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah.
Even if it was something like 3 months after initial release or something like that, you know, even if they just delayed it. But said, you know, 3 months after initial release, you'll get the PlayStation exclusives on this as well, or even a month, or whatever.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because there'll always be those people who can't wait,
yeah,
who want to play it straight away. So that doesn't make a difference. But they're never going to do it. They basically came out and said it's just not economically viable to, you know, put those games on there. So who knows?
You know. I don't know.
No.
But I don't know how well Sony will. No, maybe they'll do all right. I don't know. But Microsoft, they're throwing money at this.
Oh yeah.
Like they paid between 5 to 10 million for Guardians of the Galaxy to be on Game Pass.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Crazy.
Right. Sony won't do that. They won't do that.
Won't. No, they won't.
Like, they'll do it now and again. I know they bought Bungie and stuff, but like, they won't throw as much money at this at Microsoft. Microsoft are such a bigger company than Sony.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. I mean, it's you know, it's. I mean, it's all this way, isn't it? This is how our TV is consumed. This is how it is now. This is how our music is. So I understand that, but the problem gets to be is the where TV is now. Music didn't really go down this route, but TV it's too widespread, and you've got a backlash of like, I'm gonna unsubscribe from Netflix now because I've got Prime or I've got Hulu or I've got Apple TV, and there's too many of them, so it gets a little bit messy. So. Yeah, I worry. Like, I don't know if it would happen with the games industry because I know Ubisoft and EA tried it, didn't they? And it didn't really work. So, whereas with TV and films, there's just so much TV and movies and being made all the time. Whereas games aren't like that, are they? Like, this might fall into Microsoft's favour, where there's games being made all the time, but not top tier like AA, AAA games being made all the time. So. Yeah, maybe it won't go too broad. But yeah, I mean, this is, I expected this. We all expected this.
They're trying.
They're trying. It doesn't sound too bad. Like, how much was the middle tier, by the way?
The middle tier, I will tell you, it is. In fact, I might just close the tab. Hold your horses, hoss. There's a minute. I will tell you. It'll only take me a second to bring that back up.
Just to let everybody know, you're listening to the Veteran Gamers podcast right now. You're joined with Stuart.
Slut's wool is dust balls, like under the bed and stuff.
I've never heard of that.
Well, you have now. Start saying it.
It's called PlayStation Plus Extra.
And how much?
And it's £83 a year.
Or a month?
$10.99.
Yeah, so it's like a Netflix subscription basically. So, yeah, I think that's a fair, like a decent price. But for me, they have to tell you what fucking games are coming. Like until they do that,
Yeah, exactly. Devil's in the details, man.
Until they tell you what games are coming, I ain't putting any money down.
So let me ask you this though, Chinny, is there a game that would get you to sign up tomorrow?
Also a good question. No, because I haven't played the games that I have now.
Yeah, right.
You know, I've got Uncharted 4 that I haven't played. I've got the Horizon, which I mentioned earlier. You know, I've got games on there. The lack of games isn't my problem. It's there's the problem is Game Pass exists, but now if 2 subscription services exist, does that then create a problem? Because every gamer has had this problem. In the last
too many
2
games.
years.
We haven't got time to play them
Duke,
all.
I know you don't have Game Pass anymore, but you had it.
Nope, I did.
And you also had this problem at one point. There's just too many options.
I wasn't getting my money's worth. That was the problem. I didn't play it.
Yeah, but if you are playing, say you're subscribing to Game Pass and you're playing it a lot, like me for example, I'm playing.
And this is the problem with Steam and their low cost games in general.
Yeah, I mean, if games become more available, the problem then isn't the games and buying them. It's the time that you have to play them.
It's the time, and it becomes the thing where it's like, whereas I mean, let's think about it. When we were kids, when I was a kid, I'd play a game that was rock hard. Maybe I wasn't really enjoying it, but like I wanted to finish it, and I had like 3 games available to me.
Yeah.
So our willingness to play games that aren't, that might, maybe I'd give it a 50%. Now if I'm playing a game and it's not like 80% enjoyable, I'm like, fuck this.
The same thing happened when back in the day, Stu, you'll remember this. When you used to chip a PlayStation and have all copied games and all that sort of stuff. Like that same thing, Duke, would happen where the value, like when I bought my Nintendo 64, I had 3 games, right? And I played the fuck out of them. Out of them.
Oh, sure.
And when I had the SNES before it, I played the shit out of the games that I had. Like you rinse these games constantly because there's so many. You're like, nah. And that's what happened when you had like copied versions of games. You just like, well, throw it away. It cost me £3 from a dodgy guy on a car boot sale. So who cares? The same happened with when I had the Amiga. Remember the Amiga, Stu?
I remember the
fucking
Commodore
floppy
Amiga.
discs galore at the
Everything
car
were
boot
on a
sale.
frigging floppy disc.
Well, my dad used to give me £2 and go, right, I can get 4 games with that £2, right? And I used to play it, put it in. This is trash. Take it out.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Play Lemmings again. Play Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker and get on with my day, right? So.
We had a snooker mention. It's been 6 weeks.
Snooker.
Yeah. It's a weird problem that the gaming industry will have because games take so much investment. Netflix, TV shows, and movies. I watched the movie last night. It wasn't brilliant, but then you watch it and then you move on, right? With games, Stu and I have been playing Mass Effect 2 for fucking 2 months.
We have,
right?
And 1.
And what? So they take so much time.
They do. They take time.
So then you can't consume them as much.
No.
So then all Microsoft and Sony have to do is create the illusion that they're giving you all this choice, and you're the fucking problem. You're the fucking issue.
But you're never going to play all those games.
But that's not their fault, is it? So
no.
So me as a consumer, I'm like,
if we had infinite time, it'd be fine.
It's not their fault. I can't play all these games. It's my fault. I'm the idiot.
You're the problem.
I deserve to be dead, right? But like Microsoft, I'll keep giving them my money because they're providing a good service. But we can't have any more in the gaming industry. We can't have 5 streaming services. If we have 2, fine. Nintendo will just do what they fucking want anyway. Like they're
they don't give a shit.
They're a separate entity to me. I don't even put them in the race. So I don't know. Somebody else will try.
All right, here's the next one. You ready? Here comes the next one.
Go on.
Lorry.
Oh, it's a truck.
A truck.
Right.
I wonder what the hell you were going to say.
Duke, let me ask you this, Duke. Would you? If Steam did it, would you subscribe to it?
I'll tell you
three
what,
tiers where they were like, the
probably
first
not.
tier will give you a bunch of small indie games and we pay them really good money. The middle tier will give you bigger games, and the third tier, you get everything.
I tell you, here's the thing. Here's what I would answer me. First of all, probably not. Secondly, the fact that they've got the 2-hour refund option makes it almost useless.
Yeah.
And thirdly, here's the thing. If there were a game that's on my wish list that I really want to play, like, I'll tell you what, this is the truth. If Unpacking were on there, I'd probably get it because it would have to have a game that I kind of want to play, but for whatever reason, I'm too cheap to buy.
Yeah.
That would be the starting point. And then, I'd probably be like, as you do, I'll try this, I'll try that. There's no harm in trying it. I don't know. I like the fact that there's a lot of demos on Steam. I think that it's a shame that more games don't have demos.
The thing that a subscription service does, which fucks with you a little bit, is you don't buy games. It stops you from buying games.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah. Imagine if I heard Guardians of the Galaxy was a very good game. I was like, it looks pretty good. I might buy it. And then the next week it comes on Game Pass.
Yeah.
You got fucked, basically.
Yeah, you'll be unhappy.
So now, and I've heard this from other people. Oh, I don't buy it. Oh, this is when it comes to the Game Pass game, I'll play it then. So Steam are almost, I mean, because you've got to imagine that they've talked about it, right? They've at least somebody around the coffee machine at Steam, at Valve, have gone, shall we do a subscription service? I don't know. Where's Gabe? I don't know. He's playing with his swords. Don't talk to Gabe. So at some point they must have talked about it. But Valve are in a position where maybe it's more beneficial that people just buy the fucking stuff, because
I don't think it matters to them.
It doesn't matter to them. They make money on every transaction on Steam. So
can I just say, just to let you know the discount, if you buy the middle tier and you do it yearly, you save 47 quid.
Yeah.
Which is a fair chunk of cash, isn't it? Like 47, 48 quid a year.
I guess so.
Just by buying it yearly rather than monthly. So, yeah. Anyway, we have got some other...
That's 47 cheeseburgers you could buy at McDonald's.
47 cheeseburgers. Yeah, we've got some other super quick news. In the end, Humble Bundle for Ukraine raised over $20 million, by the way.
Yay.
$20 million. So
we're not getting into this again, are we?
No. Super quick news. Creator of Coffee Talk. Do you remember the Coffee Talk? The
Welcome to Coffee Talk.
The weird simulator.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Where you
They're
go
like
into
butter. Alex, I like butter.
a cafe and it's all like elves and stuff.
Yes,
chatting.
right.
The creator's died. He's died at age 32, and you're just now dissing him.
We're not dissing him.
I wasn't dissing him. We were
just.
We're not dissing him.
Whatever. You could have led with that, by the way. You were holding on to it. You were trying to set up a trap. Anyway, that sucks that he died. How did he die?
Yeah, I don't think it says, actually. It said they're just devastated in the news, we're missing greatly, and hope he's resting in peace wherever he may be.
Was it a good game? I can't remember.
I liked it. I liked the game. It's kind of a cool and interesting game, but it's sad. It's sad. People die.
It's very sad, yeah.
People
it's
die.
very young to die.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else have we got? Oh, yeah, Bungie. You remember last week when we talked about Bungie's DMCA strikes on YouTube on his own channel?
Yeah.
It turns out it's a malicious thing. So somebody has
I've heard about this.
Done it. So somebody just went, because anyone can do this.
Anyone
apparently.
can claim copyright against anyone.
Yeah.
So
on behalf of anyone else.
It's kind of a problem with YouTube.
Weird system.
Yeah.
So as a result, Bungie are now issuing a lawsuit.
Yes.
To try and sort all this
That's
shit
the danger.
out.
So technically, I could play a game online, right? I could stream it to YouTube or put it up on YouTube, and then I could do a copyright strike against somebody else that has played that game.
Yeah, but you'd have to do it on behalf of the copyright holders, but you can still do that. It doesn't have to be the copyright holder. It's such a weird system.
So it's such a precarious situation because anyone can shut anyone down at any point.
Yeah.
It's like those scenes in movies where everybody's got a gun at each other's head.
Yeah, so you can claim to be representing the rights holders.
Yes.
And you could just be Joe Bloggs who lives in Preston.
But where it goes wrong is when you fuck with the big boys.
Yeah, don't fuck with people who actually make the game.
Someone who actually has lawyers and money, like Bungie, and then they go, this is wrong. What I hope is that this starts a discussion amongst YouTube and the gaming industry about, like, you can't just copy strike anything. It's such a dumb system.
This
people earn their living on it. You know,
Yeah.
like, I know they're YouTubers or whatever, and fuck them because they have a good job and my life sucks. But they're earning their money. Their food in their mouth comes from YouTube, and then some dickhead from Preston will go,
yeah,
no, you know, and they're fucked.
But you see, from Bungie's point of view, this makes them look bad because it makes them look like they've been doing it when they've had nothing to do with this at all. I don't know who they're actually suing, whether it's YouTube or not. I don't know whether it's YouTube. But basically, what they're claiming damages for each instance of a takedown. So not just like the whole thing, it's each instance. And they want statutory damages of $150,000 for each fraudulent takedown. So this could get very, very messy for YouTube, is what I'm thinking. Yes, because, you know, ultimately they're allowing this to happen due to the way that the rules are enforced. So they maybe need to really look at that. Just saying. Starfield devs, Bethesda. And here's the quote, Duke. Are you ready for this?
Hey, I'm ready. Hit me.
Players are gonna lose their minds.
Oh, God.
Well, gee, I can't imagine why a game developer would make such a claim if it weren't likely to be true.
You're going to lose your mind, dude. You're going to play this game and end up in a mental asylum because you've totally lost your mind.
Bethesda are the fucking absolute experts at overhyping stuff.
I know, they're just brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, but to be fair, they also made the greatest game in the history of ever.
Well, that's the problem, is they've got a history of making
they have delivered
fantastic games, and one of the greatest games of all time, which is Skyrim. I mean, you've got to say it at this point, Stu, regardless of what you think. I mean, you cannot dispute the fact that Skyrim is probably one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, but are you going to lose your mind playing the next game
but this is it. Like, they made Skyrim, which is one of the best games ever made. So sometimes when they say stuff, you're like, it could be true.
Yeah, but Chinny, Duke, I know you absolutely love Skyrim, but did you lose your mind?
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
I mean, you know, when you first play it, like, the world is so beautiful and interesting to explore. Yeah.
Skyrim is 11
I never
years
got
old.
lost in Witcher 3 the way I got lost in Skyrim.
Yeah, I mean, I
never
love
got lost
Witcher
in
3.
any other game, even Fallout games.
I think
for me, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, time is this fantastic way of reviewing games, isn't it? It's like when time passes, you realise, oh, actually, that was something special, which is kind of tragic in a way because you don't know when it's there. But you time has gone. Yes, Witcher 3 is still talked about. It is still regarded as a fantastic game.
Yeah,
but Skyrim is
just
just like this
game ever.
phenomenal game like that.
I don't think we have a cult community devoted to The Witcher 3 the way we do Skyrim.
I'm sure there is one. There probably is one.
Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah,
I think
right, but it's not nearly as big. The modding scene,
no.
I can't imagine there's nearly as many mods for Witcher 3 as there are for Skyrim.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 hasn't interfered with my life as much as Skyrim has, you know. And to be fair to The Witcher, though, it does have a Netflix series, and Oblivion doesn't, you know. That's but that mainly is because of Henry Cavill. Really, that's mainly he's the driving force behind it.
Right.
But anyway, I haven't really looked at, because Starfield is one of these games, Stu. I don't know about you, but like, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, of course, it's coming day one with Game Pass.
It's coming with Game Pass. It comes from Bethesda. This is their top tier game. So this isn't like Fallout 76 or some mad shit.
No, this is a full
This is like a game that when they're done with this,
presumably,
the next game will be Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever.
6, yeah.
So this is it. This is it. You know, I'm happy that they've invested in a new IP, that they've not just gone Oblivion, Fallout. You know,
just do another Fallout.
You know, like it's like Skyrim, Fallout, Skyrim, Fallout.
To be fair, it does kind of look like Fallout, but whatever.
It does kind of look like Fallout, but it's like Fallout if everything was fine. You know, that's kind of like what it is.
Shiny sci-fi.
But this is a good chance for them to go, no, let's create something completely new and let's do something different. And I'd be happy if they did a 3 cycle now where they did Starfield, Elder Scrolls, Fallout. Because by the time Fallout will come, which is when we're dead, probably, I'm 55, I'll be like, I want to play a Fallout.
We'll be in the care home.
We won't
I finally got it. I downloaded it. I can finally. No. That'll be what it's like when Elder Scrolls 6 happens.
Yeah.
I'll be all set to play it, and I'll hit start, and then I'll die. No.
Oh no, it's a bit depressing.
Yeah.
All right, next one. You ready?
Super quick news. Are you ready?
No.
Oh, right,
this thing.
Words. I thought you meant the
lag.
next news. Lag.
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 Yes, LAG. It's nothing to do with the internet.
I have no idea.
No idea.
A lag is a jailbird.
Oh, who tells tales on someone else, you dirty lagger.
To be lagged is to be sent up, although lagged sometimes merely means pinched or arrested.
No, a lagger is usually someone who's a snitch.
Well,
Dude,
here it says it's a jailbird, someone who's in jail.
Dude, for the record, about 90% of the words you've read out, I have no idea what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you don't understand British language well enough.
No.
We have got just a couple more super quick newses.
Haggis.
Capcom. Do you know what? We've had some negative stories about game developers recently, but Capcom is raising employee salaries by 30%.
Yay!
And
why are they doing this?
In their
To get a
developers
union?
and trying to retain the talent they've got and making sure people are happy. So there
What the hell has Capcom made lately?
They're making Street Fighter 6
and Resident Evil Village. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, they made Resident
they only
Evil
make
8.
some like really
To be
massive
fair,
games.
to Capcom, they've had a good couple of year run.
Yeah, they made some good games recently.
Yeah, since Resident Evil 2 remake, they've been fucking on it.
On fire.
Yeah,
They've been
fine.
on
That's
fire.
cool. I know I have a beef with Capcom. I haven't heard about them in a while, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, E3 is officially cancelled for 2022.
Good.
Including its digitally only component. Like everything is done.
Oh,
It's done.
really?
Yeah, they've cancelled everything.
Wow.
A spokesperson said they wanted to reinvigorate the showcase in 2023 and celebrate new and exciting video games and industry innovations. So they're going to come back strong in 2023, apparently. And
It's so weird to cancel it, though.
Well, they've cited COVID. It says COVID-19. Today we announced there will be no digital.
No, but like an online version of it.
We're going to devote our energy and resources to making next year's amazing. So
That seems weird. That seems weird.
It does seem a bit weird. And the final bit of super quick news, which we've probably all been saying, all of us have been saying this. Michael Bay has been quoted today saying, I should have stopped making Transformers movies, but I didn't. We've all been asking that same question. Why did he keep making those things?
What was that video game news?
I have no idea. It just came up in the news feed, so I thought, yep, I agree with that sentiment.
How many Transformer movies are there?
I don't know. Probably too many.
700.
There are 1,
all that
2,
crap.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
6. And the last one, I don't think he directed it. There's a 7th one coming. So here we go. Here are the names of them.
Wowzers.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get a better list. Do you know what year the first one came out?
Not a clue. It's quite a long time ago, though.
Yeah, a while ago now. 2007, Transformers 1.
Yeah.
That was the one where Shia LaBeouf wasn't insane. Transformers 2 is called Revenge of the Fallen, 2009. These are every 2 years, pretty much. Dark Side of the Moon, or Dark of the Moon, sorry, is 2011. Age of Extinction is 2014. That's the one with the dinosaur Transformers. Transformers. Can't go wrong with that. Transformers The Last Night. That's 2017. Was that directed by Michael Bay?
All right, what's next? Because I mean,
Bumblebee.
Read out the different Transformers movies is great, but
yeah, it is. But let's move on.
We can move on too.
That was the only one that wasn't directed by Michael Bay, and apparently Bumblebee's pretty good.
Whoa, that ruled.
So our first email, we've got 2, by the way. So this is the first of 2 tonight. First email's off Jacinta, Of course.
Yay, Jacinta. Here we go. I got it.
Her name is Jacinta.
And she says, well, that was unexpected.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
So after being thoroughly disappointed by Horizon Forbidden West,
oh, no.
I kind of swore off single-player games, especially narrative-heavy games. I will resist Horizon eventually. Oh, sorry, revisit, not resist it. She probably is resisting.
Makes more
at the
sense
moment,
to say
be fair.
revisit, yeah.
Yeah, it does make more sense. She will revisit it eventually. Perhaps it will be better when I eventually get a PlayStation 5, which will be in about 5 to 7 years' time at this rate. Anyways, after playing some Tunic on Game Pass, which, by the way, Stu, is called Tunic because the little fox wears a tunic that is almost the same as Link's tunic from Zelda. And it's a Zelda Souls-like hybrid. Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm reading a lot of praise for Elden Ring while lurking on the Gamer Girls subreddit. I decided to give From Software another go. I took the plunge and I bought a copy of Elden Ring for my Xbox Series S.
Hey, how about
now,
that?
I've played Little Dark Souls in my time, which was a bit too difficult to be enjoyable for me, but I could see the appeal of Elden Ring. It seems a lot more accessible. To be honest, even just having the map is a big game changer. I'm about 4 hours in, which feels like nothing, but I'm definitely having actual fun.
Yay!
I'm a potato.
So after being very excited for Horizon Forbidden West for years and being mostly disinterested in Elden Ring, I'm certainly surprised by this outcome. I guess it just goes to show that gameplay matters more than story, even to me, a geeky English teacher. Despite my wanting video games to revolutionize narrative storytelling as we know it, we're just not there yet. The tech just doesn't support it. Gameplay is king. I forgot this for a while, but perhaps it's better that I remember and focus on enjoying games for the experience itself. Usually, I have an extreme sense of urgency to finish quickly in order to finish the narrative arc. Gameplay can feel like a hindrance to that goal rather than the whole actual point. Anyways, I've also been playing a shitload of Fortnite with my nieces dressed as an anime girl spamming dumb TikTok dancey emotes. So yeah, that was fun. Sorry if this email is poorly worded. It's late and I'm writing on my phone in bed before I crash. I've been slack on the email front, and with Derek taking a step back, my boys had nothing last week, and I feel the bad man.
That's right, and you're responsible. You have to fill the gap. Someone needs to.
Yeah,
just kidding. You don't have to do it, but someone can.
Jacinta. So there you go.
Thank you, Jacinta.
Her name is Jacinta.
The only thing I would say,
touch.
the only comment I would make is she was saying that the reason narrative in games, storytelling isn't work there is because the tech doesn't exist to support it. I don't think tech's a problem. I just don't. They're getting better at it, but I still don't think they've quite got, in a lot of the AAA games, quite got that caliber of writer.
Well, that's the thing. Is you need to hire good writers, and they need to have the space to work.
I don't think they've got the money or time, because The Last of Us 2 and 1 needs a lot of, like, the facial animation alone in The Last of Us 2 is unbelievable, and it's about doing the work. And the reason why a lot of the time the work doesn't get done is not because the developers don't care. It's because the producer of the fucking game is like, get this done in 6 months.
We want the money. We want the cash.
We need the fucking money back. Whereas
we want the cash.
Whereas Naughty Dog don't really care.
They don't care.
They're at a point now where they go, actually, if we do what we want, that's what the people want. So we'll do what we want. Fuck you.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. We have got one more email, though. That isn't the only one.
All right, let's hear it.
This is a quick one. This is from Jason. And he says, art, music, and video games. Congratulations on the book release.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the music and the painting.
Yeah.
So that's to me and you, Chinny.
Buy my book.
Hyperlight Breaker is coming next year. I'm excited for it. Game of the year material right there. What are you looking forward to this year? So what are you looking forward to this year?
I don't know any games that are coming out.
I think I'm looking forward to Starfield.
Breath of the Wild 2?
Because I'm gonna lose my shit. Gonna totally lose it when I play that.
What about Breath of the Wild 2, Stu?
Is that out this year?
No, it got delayed this week, didn't it?
Oh, did it? I didn't see that. I do want to play that, but I'm not that bothered.
I didn't even finish the first one. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to
there's
that
a
nobody's
Cuphead 2 coming out.
Huh?
Cuphead 2's coming out.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah. You liked Cuphead.
I loved it.
Chinny?
I think, Starfield is definitely something that I would, look at. The other one really is Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the Montreal team. They made Batman Origins. And I mean, it's not the team that made the Arkham Asylum games.
Yeah.
They're busy making the Suicide Squad game at the moment. However,
hey, you know what? Sometimes those games turn out good. The ones you least expect.
But like the Gotham, like Batman Origins wasn't a terrible game, and these days, like we haven't had a Batman game for a while. But Gotham Knights was basically the four. So it was Robin, what did you call it? Red Hood, whatever. Batgirl, Batwoman, Dave. I think Dave was there, the rapper.
Dave.
I don't know. Steve, the plumber, he was there. I don't know. So yeah, Gotham Knights is one. Starfield. Apart from that, I mean, the other games that are coming out. Let's have a look.
Bayonetta 3, anyone?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, hello.
Stray, is that the guy from Inside? Is that his game? Stray, I think. Hogwarts Legacy is Harry Potter game that's looking very good.
Maybe be interested.
They're trying
in
to distance themselves away from J.K. Rowling at the moment.
Yeah, it is a bit of a weird thing.
A Plague's Tale 2 apparently is coming out. I
want to play that.
I can't see this one coming out, but if it did, this would be on my radar, which is God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, I don't think
that's got delayed.
But you never know.
That's got delayed, written all fucking over it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, so for me, Starfield.
I fancy, by the way,
Gotham Knights.
Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. I've seen quite a bit of that, and it's looking kind of cool. So that could be kind of an interesting one.
I mean, but the games that I was excited for this year, which is Dying Light 2, I haven't even played or looked at. So what the fuck am I doing?
I know, yeah. No, I wasn't that bothered when it finally came out.
But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's like more Dying Light.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, yeah. And I said to Marsh, I was like, we should play Dying Light. And he's like, yeah. And then that's the end of that conversation. And we just carry on with our life. So, you know.
Stalker 2.
I'm not really. Maybe a game set in Chernobyl fighting Russians and being Russian isn't very popular right now.
I don't know whether that's going to happen now. You know, I must admit, I did wonder that with everything that's gone on.
I don't know.
The best time. Too soon?
Well, it's December apparently, but we'll see. But yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? They like set a game somewhere like that, and then all that
But there's
happens.
also games that you just don't. I mean, I've heard wonderful things about Tunic. Absolutely brilliant things about it. So it's like that's what I love is like a
The
game
ones
will
you
come
don't
out
know
that
about.
nobody knows, and like Tunic or whatever it was last year, and it just everybody.
12 minutes. Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, what a great game that was. But like it'll come out and everybody's like, "Oh shit, this is brilliant," and this developer has just been hidden away for like 3 years working away at it, and you didn't know. So something like that'll come along.
Yeah, I think last year's probably game like that was the Forgotten City.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was obviously based on the mod, and universally everybody loved it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's that shit that you've got to look forward to, like the stuff that you don't even know is coming.
Yeah, no, I agree. But thank you, Jason. It's always good to hear from you. We don't hear from you that often. He did have something else. He said, I just watched the film Nocturnal Animals on Netflix. Have you seen it, Duke?
Nope.
It's about a writer's ex reading his book. Worth a watch, but the scene with the guy on the shitter showing versus telling was unnecessary, Jason.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't be a Jason email if there weren't some mention.
It wasn't
of
a
pooping.
mention of someone having a poop.
Yeah. So thanks, Jason. I might check it out. Yeah, could be good.
Check it out. Check it out. And that is it.
Tunic is made by one guy, I think. Which is quite impressive.
I want to watch Boiling Point, but Kay won't watch it.
Okay.
Oh, is that Stevie Graham?
Yeah, that's the one shot.
Is it all a one shot? Is it?
Yeah, it's all, and it's a real one shot too.
Yeah,
it's a real one shot. So the whole hour and 30 minutes is just a single shot. So I want to watch. Yeah, I want to watch that. But I said to Kate, we were talking about it, and I said, how difficult must it to make a film like that where you can't fluff your lines? You know what I mean? You've got.
Well, I suppose
it.
you could fluff them a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's always. I imagine it's a lot of rehearsals, and there's a game plan, isn't there? Of if you fluff your lines, there probably is a situation. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I haven't seen it, but where the other actor might help them out or just interrupt, or they ad lib something. They must be, because an hour and a half is a long time. So
yeah,
I imagine they must have had like a game plan if somebody fluffed their lines, or they could have just done it flawlessly. I mean, that's a possible.
So interestingly, there's a bit of a write-up here. It says that the actors were initially just given a script with no dialogue, only stage directions, and improvised the words during rehearsals.
Yeah.
So it let it just be as free as possible, and everything is improvised, so it's very natural. So
I imagine, I mean, that's how
no
most
script.
fucking reality shows are. Like the Ways Essex and stuff like that. They just go, "You're mad at him, go."
Yeah,
and I mean, but they're awful. They're awful people, awful actors, and talentless fucks. When you've got Stevie Graham, which is one of the greatest British actors of all time now, I think, which is pretty much everybody would agree. He's a genius, the guy, Stevie Graham. So, like, if you got him as your base, I mean, you're onto a winner, aren't you?
Yeah.
Stevie Graham, Duke, is oh my god, just a beautiful actor. Absolutely,
I believe you.
He's just the man. You've seen him. I guarantee
So
that.
basically, this is what they basically did. So they shot it 4 times, and then obviously picked the best one out of the 4 takes that they did.
Yeah.
But what was quite interesting, they were meant to do 8. So they were meant to do meant to do 8 takes, but because of the pandemic, they couldn't fit 8 in, so they could only shoot it 4 times.
Well, you better get it right in those 4 times.
Yeah.
Well, we already told you who Stevie Graham is, Duke, because he's the sidekick of the main guy from Snatch. He's the.
Oh yeah.
That's Stevie Graham. That's his first. That was pretty much his first role, and ever since that, he's been a fucking genius.
Yeah. It's. I really want to watch it, but Kay's just like, oh, I don't get it. I don't know why I want to watch it.
What I like about Stevie Graham though is he does like a lot of. He does his big Hollywood movies, and he does his movies with Martin Scorsese and all this stuff. And then now and again, you'll just see him in this like tiny little ITV drama that no one's ever heard of, and he's like, "No, I'll just do this," and he's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah.
So yeah, give it a go. It's meant to be excellent. It's on Netflix now, and
Cool.
I just think doing one takes is just must be so stressful.
I tell you who's one of the best at it though. He's Spielberg is brilliant at it. He doesn't do big one-ers, so he does like little.
He doesn't
ones.
do a whole film.
No, he doesn't do whole films, and I mean that concept has been around for a while, where people do whole films in one shot and stuff. But like Spielberg does brilliant one-ers. So my favorite one-er that Spielberg does is in Catch Me If You Can, right? So it's the one where Leo is pretending to be ill in the bed, and Tom Hanks is talking to the doctor, and he runs off. I mean, he's desperate. Leo is desperate at this point. He's trying to get away. Tom Hanks has got him, and he's dying pretty much. He's like coughing and everything. And the whole shot is the camera. They trick you into thinking, "Where's Leo gone?" And then you find him, and it follows him all the way down the jail. It's brilliant. It's a great one shot. Catch me if you can.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Good ones.
Time for some shout outs.
It is. It is indeed.
All right.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
I'll go first.
Go.
Yeah, so Tim Kelly got a copy of Nimbus X, which is available at bookstores everywhere. Not really, you have to order it online. But if you go to justtext.org, you can find it. And I guess he didn't realize that he was in the dedication. So he tweeted out, "Oh my God, thank you, Duke." And I was like, you know what? Thank you, man. I appreciate your support during the writing process. And everybody who's been showing love, and everybody listening, Jacinta for writing in, Jason Gallagher for writing in, Red Van Man, Ian Williams, Trite for being in the chat. Thank you for joining us. SLH for manning the social media stuff as always. And yeah, everybody out there who's playing games and being a part of our community. We love you. Be in touch. Write in an email. Send a speak pipe.
There you go. Well, I'm going to shout out Jacinta, of course, for sending in an email this week, and obviously Jason, who's not quite as active as he used to be. But every now and again, he just touches base. You know, he just says hello, which is cool. So we like hearing from. We love hearing from anybody. You know, so send us an email, like Duke said.
Anyone, Hitler,
dead easy.
Yeah.
Where do you send it, Chinny?
Putin.
Where do you...
They send it to podcast@veterangamers.co.uk.
There you go.
Yeah, send it to that.
Veteran Gamers Speak Pipe. If you want to talk to us, you can just do it with your voice.
If you Google, let's see what happens. If you Google Speak Pipe. Veteran Gamers.
Let's
see what comes up. Yeah, the first link, www.speakpipe.com/veteran gamers. And you click the start recording button, and then you just send in a voice.
A minute and a half. That's all it is. You can record whatever you like.
So,
bam, done. Give us your views.
Boom.
That's where we always like to hear them. Chinny, over to you.
I shout out you, Stuart, for recommending Virtuoso.
Oh. I'll be interested, by the way. You need to do some more stuff because I'm kind of impressed with your first, like, thank you. Dabbling stuff.
Yeah.
So I think once you get your head.
No, Stu, I've peaked.
Yeah. is that the best that's gonna come?
Yeah. It's all downhill from here.
Nah, I'm imagining there's some better stuff to come, so I'll be quite interested to see what you do.
No, I don't really have anything else. Shout out to the people in the chat, obviously. Red Van Man, Harley Dan. I think Harley Dan was like, I need to get this music crate, I think. So he was into it. Sumu's in there. Which I think, yeah, he's Red Van Man, actually. I don't know. No. Yes. No.
Anyway, yes.
Ian Williams. No, Ian Williams. No. Right, okay.
No.
I don't know.
Yes.
Lord is in there. Mint Safe. Hello to everybody. And, you know, all that sort of stuff. I'm done.
Are you done? I think we're done. In that case, we need
Thanks
to go.
For listening,
Get the hell out of here.
everybody.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
What are they doing? I do know. I do know what to do.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Give me a who does the bell toll?
Well. Next question.
Is that it? We done?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Have you got another word? Come on, do one final word. Let's see
all
if we
right,
can get
fine.
it.
I'll do another
final one. Let's do it. Come on.
Pillow is in the chat.
Confident.
Hi, Pillow.
Pillow. Pillow.
Pillow.
Okay.
Pillow.
Courgette.
What? Think something else. I don't even know.
Courgette. Courgette.
Courgette.
I guess.
Courgette. That's the zucchini. The zucchini.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the best you can come up with as a final one?
For fuck's sake, you said to do one more. I'm done.
Well, I was expecting something.
No,
you know,
I've
like
cut off the recording now.
Phrase.
Duke always likes to have like a defined ending to the.
I know it does, doesn't he? Just.
Well, I mean, I'll do it now that I'm not recording anymore.
Fuck you.
All right, you ready? Here comes another one.
This is just this is a live stream exclusive.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you listen to this, no one else will listen to this ever again, because no one listens to the show.
See, there's like stuff like Parish. Like, of course that's a town. Everyone knows that. Okay, here we go. Keep your pecker up.
Yeah, like keep your chin up. Keep your chin up.
Right.
Keep your pecker up.
Keep your pecker up.
Keep your pecker up, lad.
Yeah. No, that's obvious.
The name of the episode, Stu, is Collywobbles.
Collywobbles, I like that.
Collywobbles. Yeah. Like detain equals arrest. Duh.
Yeah, no, that's just a word.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's not Britishism.
I'm guessing in America you could use the word detain somebody.
I guess. Chivvy.
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 Yeah.
Is that some sort
Also
of...
Chevy.
Cherry.
To put pressure on someone, to hurry them up.
Oh, chivvy him along. You see,
I guess so.
if you put it in context, I know what it is on its own.
I only know what it is,
Chock-a-block.
Duke, when you tell me what it is.
Chock-a-block.
Chock-a-block means
chocolate,
it's full.
busy. It's full.
Okay, that was fun. The end.
Chock-a-block. Chock-a-block. Right,
Yes, chock-a-block.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for everything.
too.
Bye,
Peace out.
folks.
Oh, radio, Chinny.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I will leave you to it.
See you later.
Yeah, I look forward to some more music, man. I liked it. I liked the drum and bass vibe. It was pretty good.
Don't cast a clout till it's not out.
What?
A Geordie saying by Red Van Man.
They don't cast a clue till it's not out.
Till it is out.
Till it's out. Don't cast a clue till May is till May is out.
Till May is out.
Till May is out. Don't cast a clue till May is out. I don't know what happened.
Pick your vegetables if your bum's not clean.
Okay.
Aye.
I think that is a saying you've just made up.
Yeah. That's a classic Geordie saying.
That's a classic Chinnyism.
Classic.
Rightio, I will leave you to it on that note.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.